1025 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, October 16th, 2024, and we are coming to you live. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Good. Galvin, good to have you back.
Hey, good to be back.
Carmen, how are you doing?
Good morning.
I like when Carmen was here.
Yeah?
I liked it over there, too.
Carmen,
It's nice to see your faces.
question. As usual, we'll talk about all these things on the air.
Of course.
What is the downside to having you here?
Someone else would have to run the board.
Right. I'm saying what other work?
So my big thing is recording the show.
We could do that here.
If we could do that there, that would take away all of my problems, because my big thing about liking to be here is recording the show and being able to mark stuff as we go for best of to eliminate
a computer that does that here.
Yeah. If you could do that, like one that was hardwired in, because those laptops suck, then yeah, I'm over there, baby. Let's go.
I think. Don't jump.
Okay. So I'm leaving now. You want me to
see what the obstacles were?
You want me to drive over?
I think on Carmen's end, that's the thing, and then on the company's end, it would cost $4 more a year.
Yeah, I think I could pick up those costs. Is your mic on?
Hello. Hi.
There is some background noise. I don't know if that's coming from me or you guys.
Be quiet. We don't hear nothing.
You don't hear it? Okay.
It's silent over here.
It's static over here.
Oh, man.
We're already having a problem with the Bone TV and stuff.
We are? What's going on with that?
The TriCaster is down.
Yeah, again? I thought that thing was always down.
But it's completely down.
So it's not like, on right now.
Correct.
But it is on YouTube.
Yes.
Right.
Bone TV stinks. You should just get rid of it. I mean, they ruined it when they took it over, Joe. No offense to you, Joe. I didn't mean that.
I know.
They ruined it when they took it over, and they never put any effort into it, and they never put anything into it. They put a bunch of money into it, and then let a guy who didn't know what he was doing run it, and he ran it right into the ground.
Well, the guy that was running it, I asked one time a long time ago, I go, hey, everybody always complains because you can't turn your phone sideways and watch Bone TV. You can only watch it the one way. And he went into an explanation that I think NASA was involved in, and then started with the Cold War and this and that, and I go, cool, you should have it so they could see it sideways, and then walked away. I was just like, I don't know what you're saying, and what you're saying doesn't sound like you know what you're saying.
The problem is that the company that they worked through couldn't do that for some reason.
Yeah, I was doing that in 2009.
But that's like we're a bike company, except for we can't figure out how to put pedals on this bike. Like we don't know how pedals work.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. So I mean, I wouldn't care if they killed it and just moved everything to YouTube now. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. We've done it.
It's a better platform.
Whatever. You think we had to jump on everybody? We had to jump so hard that Apple called us one day and said, "Hey, what are you guys doing over there? What can we do?" Like it got their attention in the early 2000s. You know.
Yeah, they asked if we could send them some stats, so we were sending them information and. Yeah, it was
how'd that work out for you?
Not so great, you know.
But we were working in a capacity in which we had to do everything with them, and this was already at their point later on. It wasn't long after that they came in and took over and ruined everything.
Turned out it was just an Indian dude in Brandon named Appel.
I was still an idea.
What is this Bone TV?
Carmen?
Yes.
Spanish drove Joe here today.
No.
Joe, listen, same car.
I don't know what the odds are of somebody that drives an Uber is driving the exact same make, model, year, and color car that Spanish is driving.
True.
But I pulled up, and it was at the end of your driveway and wasn't moving, and I'm like, what is going on? So then I pulled up, and it pulled away, whatever, and Joe was already here, and I went, whoa, what happened there?
First of all, they wouldn't be here this early if that was the case. And second of all, I said to Joe, I go, did Spanish take you this morning? He goes, oh, no, that was Letitia, a very nice lady.
A very nice
Do you get the same Uber lady?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. She was very nice, though.
I don't know that I would do Uber in the morning, although it seems to make sense. Yeah. Plenty of people need rides to work and to the airport and things like that.
She thought every time I get in an Uber in the morning, they're like, "You going to the airport?" I'm like, "No, a little farther."
That's probably part of the appeal of the job is any hours. You make your own hours.
Yeah, I know. But think about it. In my head, I would assume that the best part for Uber is Friday and Saturday night. I don't really think in the morning, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but a lot of them don't want to deal with the drunk people.
Right, yeah.
That's true too.
Because you have to pay a $5,000 cleaning fee if you puke in their car. They're like, you're not puking in this car, bro.
Yeah, I think that I would get a car, like I would make the car specifically for Uber. You know what I mean? Like it'd be hard to have my own car and let people in it.
I got to tell you, I Ubered a lot in Vegas, and I always get the Uber XL. Like that's a top thing on there, or whatever. And plus, just a lot of people you got to get in there, whatever. I drove in a car the other day that was so nice. It was like a big giant Suburban, but it was like the Suburban Max or something. It was all leather and everything. I was like,
I love in Vegas when you order Uber, it'll be there in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
They're all like
they're just waiting. They're right
instantly,
there.
Yeah.
But and the best part about Vegas and New York is that I'll never forget the first time I used Uber. I had it downloaded on my phone, and I never knew because in Tampa we didn't have anybody. Mm-hmm. And I went to go eat with Joey. Joe had to be like 8 years old. We went to a restaurant in Manhattan, and when we came out, it was snowing like mad. And I'm like a storm, and I go, well, how are we gonna get a cab? And this, so I'm like, let me try that Uber thing. And within 5 minutes, a Escalade showed up, and the guy had the heat on. And what radio can I put on here? I go, this is the best thing that's ever been invented.
Dude, when I used it in Germany, I was blown away. I'm like, it still works here.
Oh, yeah. We use it in Japan all the time. And then in Japan, you just get in the car and you show them where you want to go. And they go, hi.
Yeah, the guy didn't speak English, but he showed up, and I just, hotel. Yes.
And it wasn't a old Chevy Cavalier with cloth seats.
No. In Japan, they have these little doors. They look like little English cars, like the kind you'd see in like an old Beatles movie. And the doors open out, like the back doors, they open out. Oh, it's so convenient to get in. Yeah,
nice.
I love Japan. I did. I'd go back there in a second if it wasn't so goddamn far away.
Let's go.
Well, they always show the videos of like Japan like living in like 2050 with like their foods and stuff like that. Have you seen that?
No, what do you mean?
Like for a hot dog, they have a ketchup and mustard package together, and all you do is like flip it like a butterfly, like close it, and then you put it on the hot dog all at once.
Oh.
But they have like a bunch of stuff like that. Like their packaging is very advanced for the user.
The most advanced, simple, why didn't you think of that thing I've ever seen in my life was, and I don't know whether it was Japan or what, but they have, like skillets, like a pan that you're going to fry eggs in or do anything. So you have one handle that attaches to different size skillets.
Oh, yeah, so you don't need
and that way you can put them away in your cupboard much easier, and then you just have the handle in where the silverware is and stuff, and you just take your handle, click, click.
Yeah, restaurants do that. I've worked in restaurants that have that. Yeah, just
so much more sense.
My mom had one of those, but then the handle broke.
Yeah. And then she's burning her hand.
Did it break when your stepfather was hitting you with that pan?
It may have. Might have.
How was your chicken McNack?
Let's get to the important stuff.
Yes, I finally was able to acquire the chicken Big Mac yesterday afternoon, and it's all right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all right.
How disappointing.
I wouldn't rush back to get another one.
Yeah.
I feel like looking at it, dry.
No, opposite.
Saucy?
Tons of sauce and extremely messy.
Everybody said dry. Everybody on the comments said it looked dry.
Yeah, it looked like it would be dry just because of the breaded patties and stuff. But if they sauced it up a lot.
Yeah, it was covered in sauce, and as soon as I bit into it, like the patties just shot out like out everywhere, and the entire thing fell to pieces. So I was just like picking it up and eating it. But it was all right.
I don't understand how you're not tremendous in size.
Well, I'm not exactly skinny.
Well,
You are, but
big boy.
But like I ate 2 bananas yesterday, and I was like, I shouldn't eat 2 bananas. And I'm like, I feel like I gained 10 pounds. You ate a double McChicken Mac, and you're like, that was all right.
Yeah.
Plus, also,
I
feel
didn't
like,
eat 4 of them.
I know, but I feel like. Yeah, I feel like if I ate that, I would. I don't know. I would immediately feel the effects of McDonald's. Like my hands would be swollen, and I wouldn't be able to close my hand.
I didn't feel great later on in the day, but it was worth it.
And also, Gio eats it daily, weekly.
Sure,
you know
his
what I
body's
mean?
used to it.
Yeah. It absorbs it.
I'm not eating McDonald's daily.
Weekly? Fast food weekly?
It comes in waves.
I will tell you.
Seriously, I'll eat it, and then I won't go to a fast food place for like 3 months, and then I'll eat it like a bunch,
I'm a little desensitized to it because it's right next to my Starbucks, and I see it every day, and I've learned to not go there, so I don't really feel the urge. But once you do, it is fantastic.
Oh, it's the best.
It is the best. I mean, everything that they make there, you're like, this is so goddamn good. whether or not it is really good or not, your body's trained to think it's good.
It's trained to think that this tastes amazing, and I would like to eat this every chance I
But
get.
I do know that the effects far outweigh
Yes.
the, and I don't just mean getting fat. I mean, I get headaches.
You feel terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It feels like you ate like a cardboard box, and you're like, "Why did I eat a cardboard box?"
It's not for everybody. I mean, it's just how I react to it.
It's in the
not-
moment. It feels
yeah.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, it does. I could eat 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ordered them.
That one was a lot. Yeah, that's all I had. I didn't get any fries or nothing, just that. It was a lot. I don't know if I'm going to go rush back get another one.
One of the only fast food places really that I go is Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Like I'll hit
Taco
Taco Bell
Bell
every once in a while. Like, and if it's in a pinch, it's like, all right, I'll do Taco Bell, and I'll get like
What's the go-to?
I like the chicken enchilada burrito that they have.
Okay.
You know, it's just basically just chicken and rice with the enchilada sauce.
Yeah,
You know, and do that. And I usually rip most of the tortilla apart, so I get all that the stuff off there, whatever.
Mike had the chimichanga the other day.
I did. I went to Chewy's and had the chimichanga.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was spiraling out of control.
That to me, that's way more than a chicken Big Mac. The chimichanga.
What?
It's not that bad.
I mean, just size wise, that's a
No,
lot
it's
of
the size
food.
of my fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was the chicken Big Mac.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's an average. It's an average.
Chicken Big
entree.
Mac is like 2 fists.
Can I point out when you start measuring food in fists? Probably pretty bad. I think the doctor says.
Ironically, they say your heart size of your fist.
Yeah, you should have a fistful of vegetables, maybe. It's okay.
Yeah, I was.
Look at that. It looks fantastic. Look at that. It looks great.
It does not. It looks intrusive.
It really doesn't look good because of the breaded patties. It
Yeah,
makes
it's too much.
Yeah.
I feel like
bread on
it's
bread
going to
on
go
bread.
everywhere.
It did. Yeah, it did.
That's the problem.
That's the thing. As soon as you bite into it, it just slides everywhere.
That's why the easiest thing to eat at McDonald's is a double cheeseburger.
Yeah, it had
because
tons of sauce.
Everything stays on it.
Yeah.
Now, Gio, did you get a Big Mac and eat that right after
Like a
to compare?
Like a Big Mac chaser?
What
Yeah,
What do they call them? What do they call that? That's a Louis C.K. thing when you eat 2 giant meals back to back.
I don't know.
Not the
Second
mukbang is what is it?
Second lunch.
No, it was
They did the show where they did the show about it, and the one that was Bobby was on.
yeah, but it's got a name. It's got a.
Oh,
It's got goddamn it! I forgot
Bang
about
Bang?
it. Bang bang,
Yeah.
bang bang,
Bob-
bang bang, bang.
Bobby used to always have
bang bang,
yeah.
Get a bang bang. You go eat one, then you go eat another one right afterwards.
I wanted to, but I did not.
Bang bang, and then the girl who's eating the food is a mukbang.
Yes. Well, no, but
Somebody eating.
Yeah.
I'd give the chicken Big Mac 6.5 out of 10.
That's pretty solid.
A regular Big Mac is what?
Oh, regular 10 out of 10.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
That's the OG.
You would take the Big Mac over the double cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Would you take Big
Come here.
Mac over double quarter pounder with cheese?
That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to think of. Double quarter pounder with cheese.
I
That's
would.
the way to go.
The double quarter pounder cheese is too much for me.
Oh, you're
Double
crazy.
quarter pounder with cheese. They changed the meat
Yeah.
a while back. They said that it's better meat, and I think it's worse meat.
It's never frozen. It's not frozen.
Yeah, it's not frozen.
Maybe I
It's
like
changed.
frozen.
Yeah, that's the one thing at McDonald's that they make to order.
Yeah.
Is the double quarter pounder or the quarter pounder in general?
Now, why is that? Why does that get special burger treatment?
Because that's
The
the
size.
meat that they use.
Yeah, that's
and
only
stuff.
recently, though.
Yeah, yeah, it's just within the last couple of years.
Get-
My
It's
hands
bigger
have
than a fist.
swollen since we were talking about it. Honestly, I feel like I can feel it running through my veins. already.
Let's get McGriddles.
Oh, I mean,
I think I'm gonna
that's not a bad idea at all.
get Grumpy
John-
Gringo today.
Whoa.
Can I point out still to this day the greatest invention in the last 8,000 years is the steak, egg, and cheese bagel?
Yeah,
It's very good.
It's not, and thank God I forget about it.
Yeah.
Thank God I forget about it.
Well, they
Because-
took it away for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they brought it back, and we were
Yeah.
And they heard us talking about
Yeah.
it, and they were like, "You're right. You guys are right."
Do you know how many people message me on different social media stuff saying the one over here in Sarasota has it? I will meet you there. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh, I've had so many shirts ruined by a steak, egg, and cheese bagel.
Oh, wait.
Wow, you know that's weird. Channel 10 is showing the weather, and they used a trop as a background. And there's a trop with no roof on it.
They're saying now
weird.
it's not going to be ready
There's
for
no
sure
way.
next
There's no
year.
way. I mean, they're not. This is the cheapest ownership that I've ever seen. How they're going to spend $40 million on replacing a roof on a stadium that they hope not to have after a year.
Yeah.
And they, probably shouldn't have had a tarp on it for the
That's what I said.
starters.
That roof, did you hear what they said? That roof was set to withstand 115 mile an hour winds.
Guess what the winds were?
170 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But how do you not think that in Florida,
Exactly.
with the hurricanes that we have, that eventually we're going to get to 130 mile an hour,
But how
140 mile an hour?
Yeah.
How long has it been standing though, without any problem?
Right,
30 years.
But I'm saying you need to know that eventually we're going to get. I guess they were. It came right when they're ready to get out of there.
Yeah.
So I wonder.
Who
I wonder
controls
insurance
the
wise
weather?
Yeah, right.
what they get out of this.
What's that?
If they have insurance and how
Oh, they
that
have
works and
good
what they get.
insurance.
I'm sure.
So do they get paid out? Now, a while back, I remember hearing that Raymond James Stadium, they had guaranteed the color of those seats wouldn't fade in the stadium, and then they started to fade, and the company that had an agreement that had to replace all the seats, and that never happened. I wonder if they settled out of that, or if
No,
they just were like
They did replace them, like
some of them or all
some of them a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were pink for a while.
Right. Yeah, I just wondered if that killed the company who put the seats in, or if that if they just came to some sort of agreement. They're like, sorry, here's $2 million.
When they move
Pink
on from
seats.
Raymond James Stadium, they got build a dome. Inside, indoors, that's the way to go.
But what happened with the? I mean, why?
Why what?
Why a dome? I mean, it's not like rain shutting it down, and it really doesn't rain that much on a
But
Sunday.
it's so
too
hot.
hot.
The whole
They
reason
say
you
it's-
don't go.
Yeah.
True.
The
Yes.
heat
I gotta-
and the thunderstorms.
I got to tell you, being in Allegiant Stadium over the weekend,
Oh, yeah.
oh my God.
It's amazing, probably.
So I will tell you right now. So I had to get tickets, and it's super expensive because it's Vegas and everybody wants to go, and Steelers, and obviously you saw how well the Steelers travel. It was like a home game there. It was ridiculous. But I bought tickets, 4th level, front row. And I'm like, all right.
I don't even know what the 4th level is. Yeah.
Right? Isn't that crazy? And I looked at the seats, and they look decent. You know, you can see your view from your seat and everything. And I go, let me see what else I have. Because a little bit more money, I got 3rd level front row. So then I sold the other ones, and I went 3rd level front row. Could not have been better. I was on the 45-yard line, front row, perfect. And the way that is built, it's built up.
It pitch,
it doesn't like go back
Yeah.
like normal ones. It goes up. So you stand up in your seat and you go, I'm gonna fall.
That's how the sphere is. That's how the sphere is. You
Yeah.
feel like you're looking like any second you're just going to fall forward.
But it's great, so easy to get in. Free
can I just tell you-
refills on your drinks and
Raymond
stuff.
James Stadium, I sat at the 3rd level for the Super Bowl. It was perfect.
Same. Yeah,
it was
same.
perfect. I
Yeah,
could see
it was good.
everything.
But this was really, I
Yeah.
mean, it's unbelievable. They have a live band in there. They have all the different stuff.
How great is it sitting in the air condition to watch a football
Air
game?
conditioning.
Yeah.
It was perfect. Yeah, like you're not hot, you're not cold. It was exact. It was perfect.
All
It
right,
was
let's
unbelievable.
go.
They
Okay.
got to build a dome here.
By the way, just so you know, if you're going to Allegiant Stadium and they have the size of the bag that you can bring in or any of that stuff, my wife doesn't know that.
No.
Oh,
I tell her, and I bought her a fanny pack from Target. I go, here, if this is too big, we throw it away. No big deal. It was $12 or whatever it was. I have one. I'm wearing the fanny pack. We go in. She's wearing her Gucci fanny pack.
Oh.
Not $12.
Not even $1,200
Mhm.
more.
Oh,
Yeah, Carmen, you know.
yeah.
I go in and I walk in. They don't. It's under my shirt.
Right.
They don't even know. She goes in with the gold and flashing and this and that
yeah.
and everything. They get it and they're looking at it and they're checking it like it's some sort of alien creature and they're looking at it and everything. And we're like, that's not. The guy holds the card up next to it. No. What do you mean? No, it's the size. No. This and that. And I go, throw it away. She goes, what? And I go, throw it away. I go, we can't. They have lockers. Where are the lockers? They're 3 miles that way. And this, that. And I go, I'm not missing kickoff for the Steelers in Las Vegas. Throw it away. I will buy you a new one. She goes, are you kidding me? And I go, no. Put all your stuff in my fanny pack that they don't even know I have.
Right.
The $12 one?
yeah.
By the way, they didn't check to see what was in her. She could have throwing stars. She could have, bottle rockets, everything.
Throwing stars.
Everything in there.
There's a ninja here
So
with a
she
Gucci
grabs
backpack.
all the stuff out, puts it in the back pocket, and I put it behind the trash can. I'm like, we'll try whatever.
Shut up.
We come out, whatever. So yeah, we come out. It's gone. Yeah,
Oh.
I guarantee the lady that was there was like, Gucci bag. Thank you very much. Whatever. So I had to buy her a new Gucci bag.
I
Thank
had
God
to-
I did well.
Wait a second. Where did they put it? Where did you put it? They allowed you to bring it in?
So when you walk in, and then they have the gate with the security and the check, and you have to walk through like at the airport and all that stuff. And if you have a bag and over this, so whatever. So we were in this gate, but not in the gate to get into the thing. Okay. So the in between, whatever. Gotcha. So I tucked it down behind the thing. I told her, I go, you should have just put your shirt over it. Well, I didn't know this and that and everything. And I, for a second, was going to go like this and then just put it under my shirt and walk, whatever. But they were watching it. I was like, God damn.
So what? So you? Oh man!
Wow.
So you went and bought a new one?
Yeah. Well, I gave her money to buy a new one. Yeah.
Oh my God! Wow.
So you must have won good in Vegas.
Carmen, I did pretty well.
I mean,
if you're just throwing away Gucci bags,
that was an expensive football game.
Do you want to hear the story, or do you want to hear the story? Yeah. So I showed some of my winnings. I showed.
The best part was your son first pull $1,000.
First pull $1,000. So mad that he lost it all.
Yeah.
So my son sits down at a slot machine in like 3 pulls, $1,000. I call. I go, where are you? And he goes, I'm over here. And I pointed out the machine he should use.
Right.
I go, use one of those. I go, don't use any of those over there. And so he wins, and he's super excited and everything. And I go, listen. I go, it's your money. Do whatever you want. I go, do you want me to give me some? I said, give me like $700. You take $300. Do whatever you want with it, or go buy something, whatever. No, I'm good. I'm not giving it back. This, that, and everything. So of course, like a couple days later, you can't win on the first day. No. You know what I mean? So he chased that. I came in. My wife's laughing. She goes, "You want to tell Dad why you're so mad?" And I told him, I go, listen, everybody does it. I go, I know it's not going to make you feel any better, but that's how it goes. I mean, man, that's the thing. Yeah.
If you win the first day, the first poll, you're done.
Just go buy a Gucci bag right away.
That was Joey. We went to Hard Rock, and he was playing slots, and in the first like half hour, he hit for like $1,300. And then he's like, all right, I'm leaving. And we're like, what do you mean you're leaving? He goes, I just won it. I don't know. I got to go. And he just took his money and left. I went, all right, that's the way to go.
That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. But, most people can't do that.
Yeah, but he was like, I don't know. He goes, what do I do with it? I go, the money? I go, give it back. Start paying me back all the money.
Yeah.
You. What do you mean, what do you do with it? Go put it in the bank.
So I was doing pretty good, three card poker. I did well with blackjack and stuff. And then I asked them, I go, do you guys have any double deck, dealt blackjack, whatever? No, but we do have double deck, and it's in the mansion. And I go, what is the mansion? Oh. The mansion is the high limit room. So I go, ooh, let me check out the mansion. I go over to the mansion. Lowest table, $300 a hand.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I go, well, you're in Vegas. Mm-hmm. Let's do this. So I took out $5,000.
Oh. And you went to the mansion.
Went to the mansion. And I was playing, and I was doing pretty well. And then they brought in the Asian guy.
Wang.
Oh,
the Korean Wang.
Wearing a full tuxedo. Hello, sir. I'm doing this. First hand, blackjack. I go, Wang, you're pretty cool. I like you. So now Wang's in the game.
Opposite of what Pete would say. Pete would wrap it up when they bring the Wang in.
$300 minimum per hand. Betting $100 now for Wang also. He's in the game because he won me a blackjack on the first one.
You're giving Wang $100.
$100.
Oh, you're like Sarasani with pumpkins, not in Gen Pop.
So we start going, and I'm winning. And now I'm varying my bets between $300 and $1,000 per hand.
Who are you?
Per hand?
I'm in Vegas. I'm in the mansion.
At any point, did you think I should quit my job and become a professional gambler?
Well, this is how it went down.
I should just live here now.
So I'm up pretty good now.
Give me an idea.
I'm up right now about $10,000.
Okay.
And I put out $1,000 on the hand. I get dealt 2 8s against the dealer 6. If you know blackjack, always split 8s, especially against the 6. So I split my 8s. So now I have $2,000 out there.
Please tell me you got 2s.
I get a 3. So it's 11. So that's a double down. So I double down on that. I get a 9, which is 20. Next one, I get a 2
on your 8.
On my 8. So that's another double down because it's 10 against a 6.
So how much is this out there now?
So now it's 3. So now it's 4,000 out there. So I double down.
Are you crapping?
Yeah, inside.
It doesn't matter.
Inside,
if you have all the money in the world, you're still crapping when you got $4,000 out on the table.
Inside, I'm crapping, but outside, I'm trying to look as cool as possible. I'm probably going, in my mind, I think that I'm James Bond at the table with the guy whose blood is coming out of his eye.
It's not even my money, and it's giving me anxiety right now.
So I get a 2, so I have a 10 against a 6. So I double down and I get a 3. And I go, God, so I have 13 against a 6, so I have to stay on that.
Yeah.
So I stay on that. He has a 6, he flips over a 10. He has 16.
So far, so
So
good.
he has to hit again. He flips it over. So now I have 20 here. I have 13 here. He has 16. Flips over the next card.
5.
He goes 10-10.
Oh.
I win the whole thing. $8,000 on one hand.
Oh my God.
I am up 14,000 or something, whatever. And because I played back down a little bit, I went up and then I played back down to 14,000. I said, bye.
Yeah.
And this is why you moved,
good for
this is
you.
why you bought better seats.
Go get another Gucci bag. Yeah, go get another Gucci bag.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Oh, it's just Gucci.
Dude, I walked out of there shaking. I was vibrating. I was like, what is going on?
Are you wearing a Queens of the Stone Age T-shirt while you're in there?
Yes,
and jeans?
100%.
Oh, that's the
Dude,
best.
every time I walked in there, I was wearing running shorts with my bright socks and an electric wizard T-shirt and my hat on backwards. And they go, "Hey, buddy, the $5 tables are over there." You know what I mean? And I sat down and I just did it. I was like, "Oh, this is."
Were there
beautiful.
other people at the table?
No, nobody else at the table. So with the mansion, the thing about that is they have reserve tables there, and then they have the high limit, all the different stuff. At any point that I was in there, which I went in there a couple times, whatever, just to look around before, there was 3 other people in there, maybe. And at the tables, the dealers were just waiting for somebody to come in and do something. Yeah, and then they had the baccarat back in the back over there, which I walked through there, all high limit, crazy back there. Yeah, but yeah,
Oh, that's
so
fun, dude. That's fun when it ends good.
But I was like, you know what? This is the time. This is the time to do it. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to have fun with it. You know, because normally if I go over to Hard Rock, I'll bring, grand, maybe 2,
Right.
and bet decent, whatever, but not like that. That was bananas.
We went during the hurricane.
Yeah, I know. I text Mike and he was like, I'm heading over to Hard Rock. I go, are you really?
Because we had nothing to do. We had no power. We were like, let's just go to the Hard Rock. So we did, and it was good. It was fun. Wasn't a lot of people there. Wasn't a lot of dealers there. A lot of things weren't open, but it was plenty enough to do it. And you couldn't complain. You couldn't be like, where is everybody? Oh, there's a huge hurricane going on.
Yeah, yeah.
It was.
By the way, that was a big thing. Everybody, whatever, with my card. Hello, Mr. Galvin. How is your family? How'd you guys do? Like everybody, even people sitting at the table. Where are you from? Tampa. Oh man, did you guys get with the hurricane and da da da? Like people from different countries knew about it. Like everybody knew about it.
Oh, hey, can I borrow some of that money? 'Cause I'm putting a generator in this week.
Yeah. Are you getting it done this week?
No, it's I don't know if it's already paid for. Like I already ordered it and it's already.
So I had to use my generator. This was the first time I used the generator. The plugged into the house and did the whole thing. Whatever, worked fantastic.
Which, by the way, they told me yesterday or the day before that I could have done that too. Because I have the Tesla thing out there.
Oh,
and all I
you
need to do is just buy a different plug and plug it in. And I was like, son of a bitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Worked fantastic until nobody could get gas.
Yeah.
Once my thing ran out of gas. Which, by the way, can I tell you, much like how I grab hangers and don't know how many hangers and I pick out the exact amount for however many shirts I have.
Right.
I put in gas. I go, listen, we're going to start the generator because we only have this much gas. I go, this should last us from tonight over through the morning, right around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, which is normally whenever I get up. That's totally fine. And so I did it, and we're sleeping, and I hear and I look at my clock. It's 7:45. I go, I'm pretty good. I figured it out.
I didn't know how long it would last me, and I only found out when the power went out and my CPAP went. I almost swallowed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were running ours and we would turn it off a little bit, turn it back on because the gas was
I had gas.
Yeah.
I had plenty of gas. So I wasn't concerned with that.
Best thing I ever bought in my life is that 14,000 BTU winter portable air
I got
conditioner.
one of those
Oh
too,
my
yeah.
God.
Best thing I ever bought in my life, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I gotta tell you, it was so bad for so many people that I have nothing to complain about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
Even with minor roof damage, I had a little leakage at the condo and things like that. I've got nothing to complain about. Seeing some of the people alone that we work with and how devastating that was.
For sure.
All right, we're back full speed. So let's get the show going today. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. We got Sporkle when we come back. Carmen will tell us what we have to give away, and we'll dive right into that. Of course, we have news and a brand new open letter. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. Carmen.
Yes.
What do we have to give away today?
We have a bunch of stuff. So we have tickets for Experience Hendrix, which is a bunch of people. Daryl Hall, Brian Regan, TSO, Reggae Rise Up, Thomas Rhett, and the Mike Calta tailgate for Monday Night Football.
Did you know that Daryl Hall and Brian Regan were together?
Yeah, they're playing
They're
together.
not together.
Yeah, Hall and
You
Regan.
got to put a comment there then. Let me know.
I did.
Oh, my bad.
I space it every day, and you make the same dad joke every day.
All right. Thank you very much. I got them all day.
Dad jokes.
Look, I'm at the point where I can't stop them anymore. The kids roll their eyes. My wife's disgusted by it, but I just can't. If it's there, I got to take
Yeah.
it. All right, let's give that stuff away with a little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. I don't think I could have kids anymore after that.
Wow.
Oh, my
The
word.
loud?
That was
Oh,
the
my
loudest
God.
ever in the world.
I
that's
felt it in my
ever
taint.
happened, ever.
My taint is vibrating. All right. What are we playing today?
We're going to play movies in 2 words. Can you guess the movie when giving a 2-word clue?
I know this is going to become as a big shock to Galvin. Mike is going for 3 in a row today.
Oh,
Yes.
come on. You didn't.
Yes.
I forgot to activate you before I left.
Yeah.
What are we doing now? I'm sorry. I totally spaced it.
You're good. Movies in 2-word clues. So I'm going to say 2 words. You're going to give me the movie.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Your first one. They're here.
Poltergeist.
Close Encounters. Oh, yeah.
What's your name? Geo.
Uh-huh.
Peruvian Temple.
Indiana
Indiana
Raiders of the
Jones
Lost
and
Ark.
Temple of Dome. No?
Peruvian Temple?
Peruvian Temple.
I don't know.
It's just Raiders of the
Yeah.
Lost Ark.
Okay.
I tried to add too much stuff.
Photographer Murder.
Rear Window.
Road to Perdition.
Rear Window.
Oh.
Mike Calta. Underwear Lip Syncing.
Risky Business.
Galvin. Welcome back. Hello.
Hello.
Hi Ho.
Snow White and Seven
Somebody
Dwarfs.
Doors.
Geo.
Disney.
Nobody's perfect. Movies and 2-word clues.
10.
Nobody's perfect. Some like it hot. Ape Building.
Got it. King Kong.
Mike Oliver.
Mike Calta. Dogs Spaghetti.
Lady and the Tramp.
101 Dalmatians. Oh, yeah,
Lady and the
that's right.
Tramp.
Another Disney.
Geo.
Geo's Disney guy. The Disney guy may be pushing Burger Guy out the window.
Nothing better than fat Disney guy.
What would you rather be, Burger Guy or Disney guy?
I don't want either of them. None.
One dies
gotta
early,
pick.
the other one dies in jail.
I don't like either of those.
Both happy.
All right, your next one. Maria Robot.
Rocky?
Maria Robot.
Big Robot.
Metropolis.
What is Metropolis? That is.
1923, Fritz Lang.
Oh, excuse
geez.
me.
What?
It was when Joe was in high school.
Rain Man over here.
Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore.
National Treasure.
Superman 2.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
North by Northwest.
Too old. He's too old.
Yeah.
And Pep Pep, we're halfway there.
Galvin is on the board with a single point. Michael doubling that with 2, and Gio is your leader right now. He's winning with 3.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
All right, movies in 2 words. Your next one, window shopping.
Pretty Woman.
Window shopping.
Mannequin?
Miracle on 34th Street.
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Chariot race.
Ben-Hur.
No, that is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's Ben-Hur.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Ben-Hur.
Huh? Galvin.
I heard.
Hat bathtub.
Hat what?
Hat bathtub.
Pretty Woman.
Hat bathtub.
I don't know.
Pod doors.
Alien.
Star Wars.
Fly.
2001, Space Odyssey.
Yes.
Oh.
Needed the whole title. Joe. Russian roulette.
Deer Hunter.
Mike Calta. Riding bomb.
Dr. Strangelove.
I could not think of it.
Mike Calta. Hippie bikers.
Easy Rider.
Galvin and Pap. We're on the last 3.
Galvin and Gio are both tied with 3, and Michael is your leader right now by 1. He's winning with 4.
Oh, come on.
Tight. All right. Movies in 2-word clues. Last 3. Here we go. Weatherman, Punxsutawney.
Groundhog Day.
Geo. It's alive.
Frankenstein.
Did he just take the lead?
Oh, he did.
He just took the lead?
Yes, Galvin 3, Michael 4, Gio 5.
And your last one. Movies in 2-word clues. Head spinning.
Exorcist.
Galvin blocked ya.
Blocked ya.
You son of a bitch.
Street Slayer.
You son of a bitch.
Eat a W.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
I'm so hungry I'd eat a W right now.
Oh, you can put some W sauce on it.
Son of a beeswax.
We're getting breakfast, right?
That felt nice.
We are. I don't know what you're doing.
I am.
Oh.
I gotta wait till
What
7.
do you get?
I already told you, Grumpy Gringo all
Oh,
day. every
that's
day.
an early morning thing?
Yeah.
What are
They
they
break-
at breakfast?
Yeah,
Oh,
Mexican breakfast.
Very good.
Yeah. And it's always buy one, get one. It's always 2 for 1. So then I always go surprise somebody with a breakfast burrito. Or
Yeah.
breakfast bowl.
Carmen, nobody's buying it. We know,
What do you-
we know you eat both
I
burritos.
don't eat.
Yeah.
Listen, no.
Oh, here, Scotty.
It's one of those ones where like she has the video set up on her and then a hand hands her a burrito and then it pans out and it's her hand. Oh, thank you. What am I gonna do?
Listen, I would definitely attempt that, but the burritos are bigger than my head.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Who are you giving it to?
Usually
Oh, Monica.
Monica, but she does. But sometimes she brings her own breakfast, and she
She's
doesn't
not
like.
offended by that?
No, but she also doesn't like cheese. She doesn't like. She likes cheese. She doesn't like melted
How
cheese.
Mexican is she?
Cheese.
Exactly. So, and everything they make there is covered in cheese.
All right. Not
So-
mad at them.
Or I just hold on to it and I eat it for tomorrow's breakfast.
Interesting.
Speaking of Open Mouth Sally, have we discussed like
Carmen, kill that music. man.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
have you talked to him?
Do I talk to him? No.
No, like have we had him come on and you ask him what the hell's going on and
I
stop
don't
it?
wanna know.
Stop faking like you're.
Oh, you think he's faking? I just think he's weak.
Nah, he's faking.
Oh.
I think he's trying to get a spot in Sad Weirdos.
Yeah, it will, but he's
Wait.
also, like trying to social media guy and like this will get a lot of views if I'm almost crying and
What was it? I don't even remember what he was almost crying about. The hurricane?
we're Tampa strong and
Oh, really?
like you listen, your house and you're crying and stuff. This guy is totally fine. Nothing happened to him and he's crying for the people.
He wasn't really crying.
But he was like,
yeah, sad face.
Yeah.
It's closed mouth, sad face, Sally. I mean, I did tag him. I did tag Shark in his post, and I said, if you're looking for a new co-host, this is your guy. Oh, wow.
It's rough.
All right. What do we have coming up in news, Galvin?
Coming with news today, tie him to a tree, crazy unchained train, and comedy camp.
Oh, that's happening right now.
Did you ever hear from Bobby about the, or is he,
He's there.
so
he's
he
got
can't-
another week.
No contact.
No
huh?
contact.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing.
2 weeks up there?
Yep.
Wow.
2 weeks north of Toronto. That must be crazy.
No contact to the outside.
No, I don't know. I had thought about texting him yesterday just to see if he checks his text
Goes
messages,
through,
but
yeah.
I don't want to be the one that ruins comedy camp.
Right, right.
I just
Is it-
let it go.
Is it already snowing up there?
I don't know. It snowed in New York yesterday.
Yeah.
Snowed
That's what I'm
Tennessee,
saying.
too.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Tomorrow they say that the weather's going to be gorgeous.
In the 50s here.
Yeah, yeah.
At night.
When you
Yeah,
wake up,
right,
too.
Yeah. So good. All right. I'm looking forward to that. All right. Galvin Nation News. We'll take a quick break and we'll do that next. It's a Mike Calta Show. Gio, pick a line.
Line 6.
Carmen, you grab that line 6. Carmen
Got
will
it.
grab you during the break. We'll hook you up with the prize. It's 1025 The Bone. 800-771-1025. Love Tiger called in the show yesterday, Galvin.
Oh, yeah?
He's been in the hospital.
I knew that because he DM'd me and said that he was back in the hospital. Nothing to do with my leg.
Yo, it's his heart.
Yeah.
He had to go for a heart cath where they had to go in through his groin and look at his heart, which we asked him, who the lucky lady was that got to shave his groin at the hospital.
Yeah.
They were probably fighting over it. And you got to imagine that twine hasn't been shaved down in years, in 50 years. And they did that. They went through and they did the cath, and he's just loving life. He's going to stay there as long as he can.
I'm sure. We've talked about it before because it's clean. He's got his own bed. He doesn't. He gets different meals and
Doesn't
stuff.
have to poop in the pool anymore.
Does not have to poop in the pool. No. Yeah.
He sent me a text this morning. He said they definitely thinks there's poop in the pool.
Oh.
I was gonna say he messaged me and said he's back home.
Oh no! Back
that's
pooping
not-
in the pool again?
And he said he's now home from the hospital. P.S. I didn't have to leave because I enjoyed staying there.
Oh,
He was so happy. When he called
Yeah.
yesterday,
I
he
wish he didn't have to leave.
he was so happy.
yeah.
I can't remember
He loves it there.
hearing him that happy.
Oh, poor kid. Poor guy. Poor kid. He's older than I am.
Poor Tiger.
But that's the thing. Like, you tried to help him, and he didn't want your help. And they deemed him
Yeah.
fit to make his own decisions.
Right. It
Which,
wasn't necessarily his fault.
yeah.
I don't know. I
Can't really
think
do anything
I think
at that
he's living
point.
in a place that is not fit for human people to live.
Habitation.
Yeah, or tigers for that matter. It is not habitable. But what do I know? Tiger
What
will
can
be
you
back.
do?
He'll be back in the hospital eventually. He'll cut himself or do something so he can get back in there. Yeah, I don't want to give him any ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I just gave him an idea.
Yeah.
Don't do that, Love Tiger. Don't do it.
Joe, how the hell's your wound doing?
Well, it's healing. It's
You
healing
know that
nicely.
Joe fell into a pile of debris.
Oh,
And had to go to
old
the
man
emergency
falls
room.
down.
Yeah.
That's the
It
headline.
was very upsetting.
Pouring blood?
Or he had to change his bandages. He had to go to ER.
Yeah, I was in the hospital.
No.
My dad is 93. That happened to him too.
Well, see, that's where I'm headed.
He's 2 years younger than Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I lost a lot of blood, Galvin.
Oh.
Yeah, a
Well,
lot.
I'm not giving you any of mine. Just stop looking at me,
I know you're
weirdo.
still using it. I get it.
You just
During
reminded me.
this-
I gotta go donate.
During the storm, Joe just sent me a picture of a bloody bathtub.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. He goes, Michael, I fell and it's not good. And he just sent me the picture. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, God.
It
what
looked like a
happened?
murder scene.
Yeah.
First, we thought there would have been a.
Right.
We weren't sure what
no,
happened.
yeah, no.
Hopefully, you won't send us that picture.
Yeah, no,
Not
I won't.
interested.
Well, take it easy, Joe.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. Mike Calta, you were in a Pelt Shoes not too long ago, right? Over
I was.
in Clearwater
Clearwater,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. A lot of stuff in there.
I stole a lot of things.
Don't
No,
say no.
I thought you were going to ask me that.
Don't do that.
I would never.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff in there. If you haven't been to a Pelts lately, you need to stop in there because they have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers, and they have so much stuff in there. They have all the different shoes that you're looking for, different brands and styles, whether you need some boat shoes, you need some flip-flops, you need some dress shoes, you need some athletic shoes. They have them all in there ready to go, in stock, in the color, in the size that you need, and they have the shoe fit experts in there, and they have the 3D foot scanner as well, which is complimentary. So stop into a Pelts today. Make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you.
I can't tell you how many people I'm on Facebook right now. I'm looking at my Facebook, like friends and people that we know
Yeah.
that need places to live for
Oh,
the next
yeah?
couple of months. 'Cause,
Really?
yeah. I had somebody email me yesterday and said, hey, I'm looking for a place to stay. And then I just saw another guy that we know is like, I need a place for at least 2 months. And then I saw a girl the other day. She's like, we got to find a place to live while they're fixing our. This is ridiculous.
Is Dan Connolly, is he still here?
He's still here. He lives, him and his family live here. No, I think they were good. They were here for the one day, and then they went home, and they were their house was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, as soon as we lost power, they're like, we're blowing these people off.
I got to tell you, Carmen was taking care of my dogs while I was gone. And when she told me we had power back on, I was like, oh, thank God. Because I was contemplating. I was like, are we back at work? Do I need to stay in Vegas a couple more days?
Carmen, you went over there early in the morning, like in the dark,
Yeah.
to walk the dogs?
Yeah.
That's not scary to you?
It was, but I've been to Galvin's before and I used my flashlight. So, but I couldn't, like, in my mind, because I would let them out at night around
Yeah.
like 7-ish, 6:37-ish. And in my mind, I was like, if I don't go until after the show, they're not getting let out again until 10:30, 11.
Right.
That is over 14, 15 hours.
Yeah, that's impossible.
I couldn't allow the dogs to do that. So I went over before the show, after the show, and then at night.
That would just freak me out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I going into a strange house it's still dark out and dealing with the dogs and all that. I would just be freaked out about that.
No, I even met Galvin's neighbors one day. I'm going to move
I
in
think
soon.
it's great.
Carmen's moving in.
Joe, can you imagine being in a house in the dark, letting dogs out? That's got to be crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Sometimes you fall down in the backyard.
I gotta tell you.
Yeah, I didn't fall. So.
Yeah. Don't worry, Joe. If you fall, we're not going to cover it in the insurance. We're just going to roll you right in the lake.
That's okay, man.
Joe's not spry like Carmen is.
I don't need to have to put down by law on my disclosure papers that an old man died here when we
No.
sell the house.
We just carry him over the property line.
Yeah, like Disney. He didn't die here. He died over there.
No, you want to bury me on the property.
Only
Mike,
then I can not pay taxes.
Right, then you don't have to pay
Taxes,
taxes.
But it has to be someone of your immediate family.
Joe's like my dad.
Yeah.
No, you got to adopt them or something.
Oh.
All right.
So if that really is that really true?
That's what they say. I mean, that's the working theory.
Right, that is the theory, and they said like Trump did it at all of his like golf courses and
like
stuff.
when
Had somebody
Ivana
die there?
died. Well, yeah,
He was like
when
a-
Ivana died, he supposedly buried her on the property.
Right.
And they say that was for the tax reasons, but also maybe he wanted to have, someplace for his kids to go see their mother.
Yeah, I mean, there's many reasons, but the big one is the taxes, is what they say.
That's
but
what
again,
Forrest Gump did with Jenny.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to know.
Buried her AIDS body right there.
Oh.
Probably got all in the water and everything.
No, I don't want to
No.
decomposing it
Right?
for my
Yeah, exactly.
water.
We
Yeah.
can put you right out here, the spot where you pee every morning.
That'd be perfect.
Joe, we got room. I already got an area marked out.
All right.
It's a little where the alligator is, but you'll be underground.
Yeah,
Would
that's
Ralphie
fine.
eat Joe?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, no.
No, not unless Joe. I
he's
don't
a
know.
vegetarian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. I don't know if he'd be attracted to that
possible.
carcass.
The U.S. has written Israel, giving it 30 days to boost humanitarian aid access in Gaza or risk having some U.S. military assistance cut off. The letter sent out on Sunday amounts to the strongest known written warning from the U.S. to its ally and comes amid a new Israeli offensive in northern Gaza and has reportedly caused a large number of civilian casualties. It says the U.S. has deep concerns about deteriorating humanitarian situation, adding that Israel denied or impeded nearly 90% of humanitarian movements between the north and south last month. Israel is reviewing the letter, and an Israeli official was reported as saying, adding the country take this matter seriously and intends to address the concerns raised with U.S. counterparts.
That's just for show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go, oh, yeah, okay, but meanwhough, we're going to give you more money and more bombs and go blow up. We
Make
gotta
sure
blow up.
this money is getting to the
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
people. Make sure that they get it. Doesn't seem like that guy has enough money.
Were they talking about Tom Brady owning the Raiders?
I have that. Yeah, I have that
okay,
coming up
all
here.
right.
Nikita Kucherov scored his fourth goal of the season, by the way. 2 games, 4 goals
Wow.
already. Yeah, is that unbelievable? And the Tampa Bay Lightning defeated the Vancouver Canucks in their hurricane-delayed home opener last night. Kucherov had a hat trick in the last game. The Lightning took out the ice, and he was the one to open the scoring against the Canucks at 3:55 into the game. Braden Point, Anthony Cirelli, and Brandon Hagel each had a goal and an assist to assist the win. Vasilevsky made 26 saves in net.
Good. Off
Yeah.
to a great start.
Yeah, man, they really came out strong. Did you
That was
watch the
great.
game last night?
I
or no?
did not, dude. I was so tired. I went to bed early last night. Joey went to the game.
I was tired whenever I got home from traveling, but then I got in right as the Lightning started. I go, watch a little Lightning, see what's going on. But they looked really good.
It's so weird. I totally forgot that Stamkos is not on the team anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I didn't think I'm like, oh yeah, he's not here.
Yeah, he's gone. You said Tom Brady. Tom Brady released a statement on the news saying he was incredibly humbled and excited to get a unanimous approval from the owners. Which, by the way, if you saw, they put that out earlier. They said about him going to the thing and that they were having the owners meeting and that they were going to vote. And they said, listen, they're not going to have the meeting and do it unless he's already in.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? They're like, we're not all getting together unless he's already approved. So we already knew that this was happening. Brady went on to say, football has been a part of my entire life growing up in the Bay Area. And in so many ways, my football life and journey has come full circle. I grew up on the field, and it's a blessing to know I'll be involved in the greatest league in the world for the rest of my life.
Well, my question is, so he doesn't do the booth stuff for very long, right?
No, I think they had him signed to like a 5-year deal or something.
Nobody's been blown away by him in the booth. He's not giving us what Tony Romo gave us when he first came out, so nobody really cared. I mean, other than having the name Tom Brady in the booth, he'd be much better on one of those Fox Sports Sunday shows with all the other where Gronk is and all that. I mean, that's where you want to see him.
Also, you need to be able to see Brady. Right? You don't need to just hear Brady. You want to see Brady.
But he's just so robotic. I think even in a room full of other ex-NFL players.
Put him in with other football players, he becomes football Tom.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
but I
what you
mean,
get.
see, but again, just the way he talks, it's very annoying, very monotone, very one like blah 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 blah, blah football.
But he's also the like Mike's saying, in the booth, that's how he's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where in the studio with the other guys, they're messing around, they're throwing the ball, they're talking about different stuff.
He's not doing that. Did you even at his
take shots at each other, and it becomes like a locker room environment.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see him doing that because even at his roast, he was very stiff, very just sat there robotically. Like he didn't move a lot. He chuckled a couple of times.
You got 20 people up there just ripping your soul out.
Yeah.
It's not much you can do.
The Fox is 10 years. 10 years, $375 million.
There's his money to buy a football team. So now he's in business with that guy with the really bad haircut.
Yes.
Oh, Davis.
Yeah. And nobody wants to explain to that guy what's going on.
I mean, you're a billionaire. What do you care?
You do care a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
but Al Davis, his dad was like gross too.
Oh, yeah, he was old. He was old since we were kids.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know. This guy looks like Caillou.
But the thing about it is he's such a weirdo and he's such a weird looking dude, but he's banging super hot young girls. Like
I know, but there's
so
gotta
rich.
be a part of you that looks
King
in the
of Vegas.
mirror.
Yeah.
There's a part of you that looks in the mirror and is like, this bowl haircut's gotta go.
I mean, I don't think he's doing it on purpose. I think he has no idea that it looks terrible.
If I could be a billionaire, but I had to look like that, I would take it.
Oh,
Yeah, of
I would
course.
take it.
I
A
don't know.
billionaire?
Yeah.
You own an
Yeah,
NFL team?
I would take it.
I would take it.
I would take it in a
You
second,
look like a troll.
Yep.
Your hair is all weird.
And I'd be banging hot broads. and
Gio,
living in
I can't
Vegas.
do it with this hair. I
That's
mean, I
true.
understand you guys.
That's true.
I
yeah.
understand you guys.
Yeah.
Come
That's a
on.
lot to give up.
right.
That's a lot to give up.
Not a you're a billionaire.
No, I get
like multi-billionaire.
Yeah.
That you didn't do anything for.
Yeah,
Your dad just dumped it in your lap.
Your dad just gave it to you.
You've
I'd
been
take
that
it.
way your whole life.
Yep. And there's nobody around you to tell you that you look like a goblin.
I think Pete would tell me.
Yeah.
I think Pete. You got to have one good friend that says to you, "You look like a goblin."
That's the thing. I feel like someone has told him, but they probably got fired.
Yeah.
Or he's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right. Like this is how I like it.
Yeah.
Like when
My mom gave me this cut when I was 2.
when he stands next to Tom Brady, it's like,
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what he
not,
looks
not
like?
even the same species.
He looks like Bobby from Hey Bobby. What's that show?
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. That's what
Yeah.
he looks like. Hey Bobby.
Mark Davis.
It's bad.
Out at the Raiders game, please welcome Flow Rider. And I'm like, I can't get away from this guy.
Yeah,
He's
Flo
in like
Rida.
every St. Pete thing that ever happens when a Flow Rider, and then Flavor Flav came out. And I was like, oh boy. great entertainment, guys. A Florida man accused of tying his dog to a fence and abandoning it as Hurricane Milton approached. The state is now charged with aggravated animal cruelty, according to authorities.
Good.
Giovanni Aldama Garcia, who is 23 of Ruskin, was arrested on Monday on felony charges of aggravated animal cruelty. 13th Circuit State Attorney Susie Lopez is pursuing the charges against Garcia, who admitted to leaving the dog on the highway.
How did we find this guy?
Yeah, they're do pretty good work.
What if the dog had tags on him?
Good
You
on-
leave,
Well,
you leave him there with the tags
So he
on?
left it as he evacuated the state in anticipation of Milton. He said that he couldn't find anybody to watch the dog, so he just tied it to a fence. Isn't that crazy?
But let's talk about a couple of things. First of all, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Okay. No, and this guy should get beat up and all that stuff. I agree with that. But what if he was like, I don't know what to do. I leave it here. Somebody else will find it. Like if his intention wasn't for the dog to
No.
drown.
Why would he tie it to a fence then?
Because somebody's going to see it and take care of it, and that's what he did. He pushed it off on somebody else.
Here's what you do,
No.
though. you take it to the Humane Society.
Oh, I'm with you. He did
Yeah.
wrong.
You take it with you.
But like we're all assuming because the dog was up in knee-high water when they found it, and they're all assuming that he left it there to die in the hurricane.
Oh, I don't know whether he was like, I'm going to put it here so it dies, but I'm going to put it here and it could die is the thing.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? The fact that he said it could die and I'm going to,
sure, it makes him a bad person.
Makes him bad.
But I'm thinking, let's give the guy the benefit of the doubt for a second, just so we can talk about it and say, was he like, I don't know what to do. Somebody else will have to. This has become somebody else's problem. Or if he's like, oh, if he dies, he dies.
But again, you don't. Even if it's someone else's problem, you don't tie it up so it can't fight for its own life.
They might as well let it go.
It was just. That's true.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You just let it free at that point.
Right.
But why are you going to
Well,
tie
because
it?
maybe you want people to see it.
But also, either way, it's bad. Whether he said,
it's totally bad.
Whether he said, I hope somebody sees it, or if it dies, it dies.
In my mind, I just think that is the. I mean, there's such a cruel thing to do to leave an animal tied to the post during a hurricane. In my mind, I'm hoping that this human being was like, somebody else is going to have to take care of it, and by not letting it run free, Carmen, I mean, it was a pit bull mix, wasn't it? So instead of having somebody wondering whose dog it is and what's going on, they're going to see it because it's tied to a fence post. I don't know. If I were him, that's what I would be saying at least.
Yeah,
so
he's not a good guy.
No,
the dog, by the way, it was a total Spuds McKenzie.
Yeah, he looked just like Spuds McKenzie.
The dog now named Trooper went viral last week and has been adopted. By the way,
oh good,
yeah, good ending for it.
Now, if I'm this guy, I go, see, that's what I was trying to do.
Also, what we do is we hold this guy, we put him in jail, and we hold him until the next hurricane, and then we tie him up. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that's
I like it.
fair is fair.
I think they should put him in a cage at the Humane Society.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Do that for a little while. Put him in there.
Galvin Walkham.
Yeah.
Wait.
I can't imagine a scenario where I'd leave my dog behind for any reason.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
In a
I
million
can't
years.
imagine a scenario where I get up on weekends and I walk strangers' dogs is the thing. I'm still blown away by
You're
that.
not a good guy.
I am definitely a good guy when it comes to
I get him adopted.
some things. Yeah, no, I think it's wonderful. It just blows my mind.
No, I do a lot of nice stuff. I'm a
know.
nice person. Researchers in China have created a robotic finger that can be used for prostate exams.
Yeah.
Listen, Lifeguard is doing it differently, where you can get this stuff checked, and they're making it better. This has a robot finger.
Well,
in there.
Lifeguard's doing a colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy. Yeah, no, but I'm saying
they just stick the finger in
that area
to feel the walnut.
Yeah.
And then they let you go.
Well, they say that it could be used for prostate exams. They think the same technology could be used for breast exams someday.
Oh.
Carmen, as a woman with breasts, are they still doing where they just flop it on the thing and they squeeze it and squish it down, or is that how they do it, or what?
According to older women, yes.
You haven't gone yet?
Oh.
No, I'm young enough where they just do the hand test.
I'll do the hand test.
My gyno checks me by her hands.
Okay.
Like I don't need to go in the machine yet.
Slow it down. Talk to
Yeah.
her.
What's
She's
the
a-
age?
Of going in.
Yeah.
I think 40
What's
is when
the
they.
age of your gyno?
I'm not close. I'm closer, but I'm not that close. You
What?
son of a bitch.
What? When's the last time you had your prostate checked?
I don't have a prostate.
All right, I knew I could fool you on that one.
Wait, did you? Because you didn't.
For a
Okay.
second, you were thinking about it. You were like, I don't think I.
Well, I was very confused about your question. Why would you be, or if you were talking to me or somebody else?
Says at the average age 45, you should start checking.
Right.
For your breast?
Yeah.
When's the last? Did you ever have the finger test done?
No,
Oh,
not yet.
you're missing out, buddy.
I know. I want to go to
Wait.
Martine, have him do it.
No,
No,
that's
he
different. He doesn't
doesn't
do that one. You just want Martine to do it?
little kicker. He's got little kicker fingers.
Out the
Wait.
driveway?
I've had it done too many times.
Really?
Yeah, like I had it done once when I was in my 20s, and then I had it done when we were trying to have Joey, and then I had it done during my physical.
You like it?
You just like it.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'll tell you, when the first time I had it done in my 20s was a lady, and she had tiny little kicker hands, and it wasn't bad. I was like awkward, but not bad.
Yeah.
Second time I felt like I had been abused because it happened so quickly, and I tried to get out of it, and the guy was like, "Nope, we're doing it," and he did it. And then when they're done, they just hand you a tissue, and you're like, oh, "I'm sorry."
Clean yourself up.
Right. So, and then the next time I had it done was a guy I kind of knew. Like he worked for Dr. D.
Yeah.
And I like knew him. And then
Put on some music, light a candle.
no, he just rubbed my shoulders first.
Yeah.
You know? No, I'm just
nice.
kidding. But I had Joey with me, and he was like, we should probably make Joey stand
away.
outside. So I said, Joey, you got to go wait. I put him out in the hallway. He was a little kid at the time.
Tied him to a fence.
Tied him to a fence. Then the guy did it, and that was when it was like, I remember going, just as he was doing it, I was like, I don't like it, it's over. You know what I mean? I was right as it was about to get uncomfortable, it was over. And so I'm not afraid to do it. I just don't need to do it. I've done it enough times. And I pooped in a box at one time.
Yeah.
And made Joe take it.
Yeah, I put my.
I didn't make him. He volunteered.
Yep.
What is it called, Gio? Forced volunteered, told volunteered,
Voluntold.
voluntold. Yeah.
By the way, Joe still has that box in his house.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
He never turned it in.
No. Oh, no.
Comes in useful.
I know what you're doing with it. You
Wait.
weirdo.
Getting all my 23andMe data.
How about this? I love all the different no sugar, this, that, fat free, blah, blah, blah. Coca-Cola has voluntarily recalled a whole bunch of Minute Maid zero sugar lemonade because it was actually loaded with sugar.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Could you imagine it if you're diabetic or something? You're like, oh, it's zero sugar. Glug, glug. This is delicious.
Delicious, yeah.
And then you're dying. I remember I drank the lemonade that was so good. I was like, this is so good. And I thought that it was sugar free, but it was something else. And I was like, oh no, this has a ton of sugar in it. Yeah, but it was delicious. Yeah. Don't make
I can
zero
understand
sugar.
Well,
how
that-
you would make that mistake. How does Coca-Cola make that mistake?
Yeah. Yeah.
They just put the wrong label. It goes in the wrong
Right.
cans. They load up
Okay.
the wrong machine.
All right.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense. It wasn't like somebody made a decision and said, this has no sugar in it. Yeah.
But so that was like the big lawsuit with what is it, Logan Paul or the other one? It's Logan Paul's
yeah.
Prime. Yeah, they were claiming all this stuff, but basically they were saying like it was like low sugar, low caffeine, but they were using other chemicals to replace it. So it was actually full of all that stuff. It was just labeled differently. So all these kids were getting sick and having like heart arrhythmic problems and stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Here's something else that'll probably give you heart problems. DiGiorno is bringing back their Thanksgiving pizza this year.
What is that?
So in 2023, DiGiorno's Thanksgiving pizza made headlines for its combination of all the traditional Turkey Day elements piled atop a frozen pizza. It has roasted turkey, gravy, cranberries, green beans, sweet potatoes, crispy onions, both mozzarella and cheddar cheese on a Detroit-style crust.
Yeah.
I'm in. That sounds
But
great.
that's
I'm
an
so
open
in.
face pot pie is what that is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
By the way, I found out yesterday that Wawa has their gobbler bowl and sandwich
Already?
now back at the places.
Nice.
called
I'm
a
in.
goblin bowl.
Yeah.
What is a gobbler bowl? I imagine it's had turkey and stuffing
Yep.
and all that.
It's got turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing. They either put it on a sandwich or like just in a bowl.
That sounds weird. Is it available for Uber Eats?
Probably,
Just
yeah.
wondering.
Yeah. It's very good. Very
For a
good.
friend.
I got to tell you, I had a steak sandwich out in Vegas. It was a steak sandwich on like a French bread thing, whatever, and tomato, lettuce, onions, but it had like the crispy onions on there and like a garlic aioli. It was pretty good. It was
Listen.
pretty good.
You ever watch Sopranos and while you're watching it, you're like, I wish I could eat a ton
Oh,
of food
yeah,
right
yeah.
now. Mad Men makes you want to drink
Right.
alcohol. This is how fat I am. I was watching Chopped last night,
Yeah.
and Chopped made me get out of bed and go eat a banana.
Yeah.
I was so hungry. It was making me so hungry. But this is how fat I am. Is that they were making the grossest food. They're like, it was Halloween themed, so they're like, they had a hamburger, and with the hamburger, there's a scoop of ice cream on the hamburger. That's how they serve it. So that the idea is like when you eat a hamburger and a shake together.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said, Galvin. Gross. But that was their basket item that they had to make the food out of. So they had to use all the ingredients from that. They had to use the ice cream and the burger and all this stuff. And they're just making like creamy burger salads. It was disgusting, but it made me so goddamn hungry. I had to get up and go get a banana.
No.
Those shows are absolutely killing me in the middle of the night. I gotta I gotta stop watching food shows.
Did the banana?
Satisfy me.
Yeah. Did it? I've done that before where I had, and then I'm like, oh, all I have is this, and then you eat that, and you're like, well, that wasn't even good.
Well,
Yeah.
I just ate it, went to bed.
Yeah.
I just shut it down right away. I also had my foot was cramping yesterday. I thought that might be a little bit of help. Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll help you out.
Thank you.
Problem. What else do we have? This is something that I've seen, and I could see where it's going to happen, whatever. But they're talking about Is it creative fashion, or is it because of shrinkflation? One of the supposed new trends we could see in 2025 is one-legged pants.
Why one-leg pants?
Because it's cheaper. Yeah. But as a clothing label says, it could be cutting-edge workplace women's wear.
So what has happened on the other leg?
You have a full leg on this one. This one's like the shorts. Yeah.
Shorts, yeah.
Where-
That's
which
saving money?
Asia Wilson always wears the one leg, so she'll wear the shorts, but then she has like the leggings underneath.
Yeah.
But she only wears the one leg legging.
There's a couple of players I've
Yeah.
seen that do that.
Interesting.
It's
Yeah.
like
Well,
the only-
remember
Angel Reese.
Yeah.
what
She's
was
kind
it,
of the one who made it big.
FloJo. Remember she had the running singlet that had the one leg and the other leg?
Yeah, kind of now that
Yeah.
you say it, yeah.
Yeah, that was a thing for a while. I don't know. I don't think it really makes any sense, but
No.
but I do
just
for
tell-
fashion.
I will tell you, though, when you go to buy a T-shirt and you're going to go from an XL to 2XL, they nick you with an extra $3. They'll throw it on there.
That's more fabric.
So, yeah, the fabric is it's costing you.
Is it cheaper going the other way?
It should be. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to take a leg away, it should be at least $5 cheaper.
Right. Yeah. Now, let me ask you, whenever you say that, if you say one legged pants, how do you say that?
One leg, not one-legged,
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, it's one leg.
Who says one-legged?
Joe.
Yes,
One-legged?
I do. I
These
say
are
one-legged.
one-legged pants?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I don't know what that's right.
Admit it.
Today is Global Cat Day. So go talk to your cat.
Nope.
Did Carmen take your cat or no?
No, I wish you would.
No, your wife said you guys didn't need me to.
No, it's my daughter that won't let it go. I'm
I love
trying to
that
think
cat.
if we can get a package deal. Take them both.
Don't tie it to the fence.
No, I
No.
wouldn't. I'm not mean to the cat. I just don't like it. I'm nice to the cat. I hold it when nobody's looking and I pet it and all that stuff.
And today is National Bosses Day.
Well,
Who will you wish a happy National Bosses Day? Carmen.
Happy National Boss Day, John Brennan.
wow.
Joe, who do you wish happy National Bosses Day to?
Happy National Bosses Day to Sugar Pants.
Oh, oh man, I just saw your wounds.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's bad.
You just take it easy,
Serious?
buddy.
What is it leaking?
No.
Okay, I see it now. No, open it up.
They told him to get stitches and he refused.
No, I meant open up your arm. I thought you had bandages all up the arm and it was your hair.
No, just
Two different places.
yeah, just this part and then this part.
Oh,
You got some hairy ass arms too.
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, little gorilla arms.
It's a problem when I'm unwrapping the.
I would imagine.
Yeah, they just
You should have shaved it.
Well, I know. I didn't think about that.
Happy National Bosses Day to John Brennan.
I don't
Mike,
like-
would
I
you like who you?
Yeah, I mean, I might as well hop on the bandwagon. Happy National Bosses Day. Jason Meter.
Oh,
My
you
boss.
jumped. It is boss, but you
My
jumped.
boss.
Yeah,
I don't have
that's
it,
John
me.
Brennan's boss.
He's my boss.
That's John Brennan's
when you-
boss.
He is. He's all of our bosses. But
Yeah.
he's also.
Yeah, but my contract doesn't have John Brennan's name on it. It has Jason Meter's name on it.
When you
All right, that's Keith
call,
Wallace's name on it.
if you call Jason Mead on the phone, do you say, "Hey, boss"?
Hey, boss. That's true. Tom should buy me a gift today.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're
Tom has
definitely
to buy a gift for everybody because he calls everybody boss. John Lennon is
John Lennon. Oh.
John Brennan.
He's as big as him.
John Brennan is the program director of the Bone. He's in charge of the station.
Right.
The-
What
do you work
station are
for?
you on?
He's in charge like from 10:30 on.
No.
You've already said.
Independent
What has he
contractor.
done to this show?
What is he
Good
done
or bad?
to this show?
Good or bad?
I will tell you the clocks.
He doesn't do that.
Oh yeah, he totally
That goes by
That's his-
committee.
No,
and
No.
John
Pete
Brennan.
Spriggs makes
no,
those.
No. John Brennan definitely reworked the clocks, made it so it would
All
work
right,
much
I'll
better.
give you that. I'll
Yeah.
give you that. He did it.
There you
Happy
go.
Bosses Day, John Brennan.
There you
From
go.
Carmen.
There you go.
All of us.
So this sounds completely insane, but it's 100% true. Who almost joined Van Halen? We've talked about a bunch of different singers that almost joined Van Halen after David Lee Roth's departure.
I know Patti Smith
Patti Smith from
was
Scandal
one of the weird ones.
was one of the weird ones. Daryl Hall
Daryl Hall talked
was
about
another
it, yeah.
one.
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie, no. You're just making that up.
Adam Ant.
You're making that up as
Uh-huh.
well.
No, I don't remember some of the other ones. I know. I forgot about Daryl
This
Hall.
one I don't believe I ever heard before. And this comes straight from Alex Van Halen.
Wow.
They say, Alex Van Halen says that Ozzy Osbourne almost joined Van Halen.
That would have been ridiculous.
That would have been terrible. So in an interview with Rolling Stone, Alex Van Halen says the band approached Ozzy in 2001 after Gary Sharon's tenure. So this was after Gary Sharon, Van Halen 3, that thing, whatever. And they were deep into the process of recruiting him until the Osbournes landed the deal with MTV. And the show came out, and that basically was it. Rolling Stone reached out to Ozzy, and he confirmed the story, saying, quote, yes, we were discussing it. It's something that, if it had come to fruition, would have been phenomenal. Eddie and Alex were great friends of mine for a very long time, and it's my regret. It's a regret of mine that we never got it together. Do
you think they would have been Van Halen, or they would have just come up with some sort of super group with Ozzy?
I don't know.
Van Osborne.
Yeah, because I would assume if they were like, "Hey, we're not doing nothing, and you're not doing nothing. Let's do a project together." That's different than them being the lead singer of Van Halen.
And it's also weird, kind of full circle, because Van Halen, when they first started, were called Rat Salad, which was a Black Sabbath song, and they were obviously fans of Black Sabbath and stuff. So to have Ozzy in the band, is, kind of weird and stuff. They used to do Sabbath covers and stuff, but the Osbournes, went on to obviously being huge and all that stuff, so that didn't happen.
Was Michael Anthony still in the band when Gary Sharon was there?
Yes.
I know it wasn't Wolfgang, but I couldn't remember.
Wolfie was back in when David Lee Roth came back.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Van Halen went on to reunite with Sammy Hagar in 2003. Another opportunity was missed years later when Van Halen rehearsed with who else as a possible singer?
See, I can't wrap my head around Ozzy being the singer of Van Halen
seems
because
wild.
I could do the jump,
yeah,
that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
maybe that he could pull off, but I can't see him singing Panama or any of those other songs.
It would be weird because Ozzy has his own style.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be hard to kind of do that stuff.
All right, who else? Michael Bublé.
No.
Darius Rucker.
No.
You and me were jumping in the world.
Think grunge and
Chris Cornell.
Yes.
Really?
Chris Cornell. Yeah. Which I got to be honest with you, whenever I heard the whole Chris Cornell with Rage Against the Machine thing, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Audioslave. But Audioslave was great. Like, they had some good stuff.
Yeah, but Audioslave kind of was Soundgarden. You know what I mean? It sounded like similar to what they've done.
But also similar to Rage Against the Machine. Like, some of the riffs,
like a little bit of a mix.
Yeah. But it was weird. I was like, I don't know how that's going to go, because Rage was more almost kind of rap stuff. Like, some of it was, but Alex says that they jammed with Chris and they were sold on him until he died in 2017. Also in the interview, Alex confirms that they planned a Van Halen tour following Eddie's death in 2020. It was torpedoed by David Lee Roth, who absolutely freaked out at the suggestion that they pay tribute to Eddie during the shows. Dave's rep calls that nonsense.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
Although it also sounds like something
right.
But you
weird.
Listen, as crazy as David Lee Roth is, if you're going out with Van Halen and Eddie just died, you have to do a tribute to Eddie.
The fact that they still haven't done something is weird.
Right?
Like
Isn't that crazy?
The Taylor Hawkins one for Foo Fighters was awesome.
Yeah.
It was great.
And immediate.
Yeah.
Like, it happened so fast and did it, and everybody
But
was
that's what ruined Van Halen, was all that politics and all the fighting and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That would have been, if they had done it, it would have been huge. You've got all the great guitar players in the world. It would have been so great to watch.
And everyone would have wanted to be involved.
Yes.
I've been watching a lot of Van Halen videos of them reuniting when they were on Jimmy Kimmel and stuff, and it was just so good to see. Even with Wolfie on bass, it was so good to see Van Halen live again.
Well, here's the other thing: is you have just a year, under a year, 1 week under a year to do a 5-year anniversary. He died in 2020.
That's crazy.
October 6th, 2020. Yeah, so we just passed it, for 4 years. So 5 years, if they could do something.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Sammy's out there with Joe Satriani and Jason Bonham and Michael Anthony, and I saw that show, and it's fantastic. It's great, and it's the right amount of Joe Satriani playing Satriani stuff. Like Van Halen, though, like it works. It works perfectly. Yeah. But yeah, I think there should be something. Listen, even if Alex isn't involved, Alex is my second favorite drummer of all time. Like, I love Alex Van Halen, but if he's holding it up, get other people out there and play.
And just do it without him. I imagine the kid has a lot to say about it too, and
sure.
I know that it's probably easier for him. I mean, this is a kid who's probably still dealing with losing his dad that he was so close with. and probably not wanting to deal with all the BS that goes around it.
I'm sure all the idiot people, but also he came out with Foo Fighters and wound up doing Van Halen stuff.
He's got it in him.
Yeah, he can play it for sure, and it's cool, and it's a great tribute to him and stuff. So I don't know. I think something should happen, and hopefully it will. Sticking with rock news, former Ozzy Osbourne guitarist Jakey Lee was shot several times while walking his dog in Las Vegas.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Random, they say.
Yeah, so he's in intensive care, but he's expected to make a full recovery. No arrests have been made. Police say it was just a random attack. It wasn't
I don't believe that. You believe that?
Well, they're saying it wasn't like there's the guitarist that Ozzy used to play with. Bang, bang, bang.
But you don't think that he made somebody mad and they went after him?
Maybe that's what it is.
He wasn't robbed or anything. It was just shoot and go.
I guess. Yeah. So I don't know. They haven't gave all the details and all this stuff, but it was out in Vegas. While I was out there, I was not involved.
Yeah,
I love
sure?
Jakey Lee. By the way, Jakey Lee, one of my favorite guitar players. Badlands, one of my favorite bands of all time.
Yeah.
Such a great band. But Eddie Trunk put this out. I ran into Eddie Trunk at where else? Bootlegger.
I was going to ask if you went out there.
Yeah, so
Nice.
of course we went to Bootlegger, my favorite restaurant out there, the Italian place, and Eddie Trunk was there. So whenever I was leaving, I said, "Hey Eddie," I said, "I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show in Tampa. We had you." And he goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "How'd you guys do during the hurricane?" Sent you his best. He said, "Mike's a good guy. I like Mike."
I'll
I said,
take his best.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
So, but it was funny because I walked up and you just saw him kind of go, another rock guy wants to talk to me and stuff.
What shirt were you wearing at the time?
Oh no, I was dressed nice. I was
So
dressed
funny
nice.
you say that because we had him on the show, and then 2 days later I went to LA and ran into him at the Rainbow Room, and I was like, I kind of want to say hi because we just talked to him like 2 days ago, and the same thing. I went, "Hey Eddie," he's like, "Okay, hey," and then you tell him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, okay," he becomes a real guy.
That's totally what he did because he like looked at me and it was like kind of like, "Oh brother," whatever, and I go, "Hey, I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show in Tampa." And he goes, "Oh, hey, man." Well, I was like, "Yeah, you were going to be like, beat it, nerd."
I'm not ready to talk about rock and roll with you on the side.
And plus, at dinner, you don't want to bother people. Sources.
Who's he with?
Some guy that looked a lot like Joe.
Really?
And some lady that was with that guy.
Because usually if he's out and doing something, he's with a rock star or something rock related.
Well, I believe the guy that owns Bootlegger is a band guy, like he plays and stuff. And I don't know whether it was a family business and now he owns it or whatever, but I know that a lot of those guys go there as well.
Okay.
And stuff. And Eddie's out in Vegas now. That's where he lives.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you think this sounds good? They always talk about the Oscar hosts and whether they should even have hosts anymore because everybody freaks out and winds up digging up dirt on them and this and that. But sources say that Deadpool and Wolverine stars Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman could host the Oscars.
Yes, that would be
great.
They're saying possibly as part of a rotating ensemble, which also would include Will Ferrell, Amy Poehler, and The Rock.
Didn't Hugh Jackman host the Tony Awards or something?
Probably.
At one point?
Probably, I would imagine, because he does a lot of the musical Broadway
that'd be
stuff
great.
with him. Yeah, I think they would be very funny. Married at First Sight. We've all watched that show, the reality show, Married at First Sight.
No, I've watched Love is Blind. That's different.
Yeah, Married
that
at First
show.
Sight. Contestants have some strict rules to follow. They can't work. They have to film up to 12 hours a day. They only get $150 a day for a budget. And also their marriages really are legally binding.
So what is the idea that they just meet and they get married?
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
Marriage at First Sight. Yeah. Love is Blind is the other one where they're in
They don't see
the
each other.
rooms. Yeah, but they like talk to each other, but they can't see each other and they fall in love. They fall in love fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people do.
Yeah, it's interesting because if you talk to somebody that much, it's probably better
Right.
talking
You get to know them.
Because if you don't like the personality, you don't go, well, but she's a smoke show. So,
Okay, but what happens if in Love is Blind you fall in love with them and then you see them and they're pigs?
yeah, then you go,
Yeah.
That's
But
happened.
But you
Well,
love them.
whoopsies.
Yeah.
Remember the girl who said when the guy asked her, like, who's your celebrity doppelganger or whatever? And she said Megan Fox. Dude,
Oh,
the
yeah. Yeah, but-
internet dragged her through the mud for months.
Yeah, but she
because
wasn't
of
a
that.
beast. She just didn't look like Megan Fox.
Well, yeah, you can't listen. You can't claim Megan Fox if you're not a 12.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, which she was not. This
Right.
girl.
Yeah, and even if you're a strong like 7 or a 7.5, if you say Megan Fox and you're not Megan Fox, beat it.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
She had. Listen, I'm looking at the comparison right now. There is no.
All right,
you
so
can't
let me
say
ask
that.
you, Carmen. We're on Love Is Blind, and I say to you, who is your celebrity doppelganger?
I would say.
Be realistic.
Yeah, I would say I would be. For looks and personality, I am if you bought Kaylee Cuoco off a Wish.
That's exactly who. Oh, you know, yeah,
but that's
I don't
what I
think you're not less pretty than she is. You just look a little different than she does.
Right, but again, that's what I would say to make sure my personality comes through. Because at the end of the day, like that is what bumps me up. I know that.
I told Carmen one of your pictures, you were dressed real nice, and I said that you looked like that girl that's real hot right now.
Sabrina Carpenter.
No.
Nice try.
Oh, Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
They're both. They look the
I'm
same.
Sydney Sweeney. I said
Right.
she was Wish Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah. Or I would say I'm like Sydney Sweeney's mom. Older sister.
By the way, can I point out that this girl does look a little bit like Megan Fox, but a whole lot like Jay Leno?
You're
Who?
right.
Sweeney?
No, this girl
Oh,
that
yeah,
said
yeah.
on Love Is Blind, like she looks like seriously. If you did
Brown hair.
one of those mashup photos of Megan Fox and Jay Leno, but you did 90% Jay Leno and 10% Megan Fox, that's what she looks like.
Carmen.
But there's a million other celebrities she could have said.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, but she said Megan Fox, and then the guy like saw her and literally like went backwards.
And
Carmen,
also,
you do look like you could be her older sister.
Right.
Sydney Sweeney. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
again, and I'm honest, like that's what I would say. Where this girl was like, drop dead. I
Yeah.
am Megan Fox. I am her clone, and everyone's like, what?
Gio, who is your celebrity doppelganger?
I don't even know. I don't think I look.
either.
Yeah,
You're so man.
yeah. I don't even know.
Oh, hold on.
I know
I'll
who
find-
Joe is.
I know who you are. You're the guy that it was on. He was on the Goldbergs. He was the one that always had his hat on backwards. That was friends with Big Tasty, the older
Oh
brother.
yeah, I've heard people tell me that
Because
before.
he was also, I think, on a Disney show. I think he was Naked Brian or whatever his name is. On one of
Yeah, I never watched the Goldbergs,
Goldberg is
but
good.
multiple people say you look just like this person on the Goldbergs.
yeah.
I don't know. There is somebody there. I can't quite.
But you
can't
could
quite
even
see it.
Gio could even go Jeff Garland from the Goldbergs.
Oh
that's
my
not-
God.
Oh,
That's yeah.
You said
No,
that out loud. Do you know?
Yeah.
AIDS.
How come you get to be Sydney Sweeney and I get to be Jeff Garland?
Listen,
I don't think you
I
look
didn't even
anything like
think that
Jeff
one.
Garland.
First off, Google it. His picture, his up to date picture.
I would give you a type if I said I don't look like this guy, but I am this type. You're a Shane Gillis type.
Okay,
I would give you that.
right.
I would say I don't look like him, but I'm kind of like that.
Okay.
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
Naked Rob is the one from the Goldbergs. There, look, there's Gio.
Oh, 100%.
Is it-
You are. That's you right there.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
Naked
yeah.
Rob.
You're Naked Rob.
All right. Galvin, who are you?
I have no idea.
I don't know either. We've done this where we've casted the movie before.
Yeah, because I never really. I remember you said that what's his name, Greg. He was in Heroes.
Oh, yeah. But that was Fat Galvin.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
Skinny Galvin's different. I don't know. Skinny Galvin.
And that's the other thing that that one that said about Megan Fox, what she should have said is some people have told me Megan Fox, but no, I'm not.
I don't think I'd ever. That's like me going, I kind of look like Mel Gibson a little bit.
Again,
Yeah.
no one has told her that ever.
No.
I'm sorry.
You
Like,
know
I'm
what? My
looking
grandmother used to tell me I look like Patrick Swayze when Dirty Dancing was good because she loved me and she was my grandmother.
Yeah.
If I ever say to anybody, well, I kind of look like Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing.
By the way, one of the dealers, the blackjack dealers out in Las Vegas, she came over and the guy, Alan, who was dealing was super cool. And he was like, take care of him. He's good and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, hi, I'm Hannah. And I go, hi, Hannah. And I go, who do you get all the time that you look like? And she started smiling and kind of Anna Damaris or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, she looked exactly like her.
She's hot.
Yeah, smoke show. And she was like, I don't see it. And I go, well, you should
Yes,
because you are exactly her.
Joe, I know who Joe is for sure.
Who?
Joe is that guy who played the saxophone in the Muppets. I mean, he looks just like that guy.
Joe's Griffin Dunn. Joe's
Yeah,
Griffin
but
Dunn.
in that
poor,
show,
I say poor man Sam Rockwell.
I got that too.
Yeah.
You know?
The dude from This Is Us.
Yeah, that's
that's
Griffin Dunn.
Griffin, okay, yeah. Uncle Nicky.
Yeah, Uncle Nicky, 100%. Yeah, because somebody said Griffin Dunn from another thing, and I go, yeah, that's Uncle Nicky that we talk about all the time. No, I know who you're talking about.
The saxophone player looks just like him.
Yeah.
In the show, he even dresses like Joe.
Yeah.
Wears
Always has the hat on.
Has a puke hat on with the thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, look at that. This is you.
Yeah, I'd take that.
Yeah.
I take
this guy's
Muppet
name.
sax guy.
Zoot.
Yeah,
His name
yeah.
is Zoot from the Muppets.
All right.
Are you ready for this? Lifetime's holiday lineup.
You don't care who plays me in the movie?
Who plays you? Salah.
Yeah.
A little younger.
Younger.
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, jeez.
I saw him the other day on TV. I'm like, he has butthole eyes too.
Oh, yeah.
Harvey Weinstein or Fred Flintstone. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, back to you.
I'm trying to think of who else that we haven't named yet.
I used to get Jim Belushi a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that, but I used to get it a lot.
No.
Who's the actor that's Angel from Dexter?
Yeah, that guy as well.
Oh, yeah.
That guy
He's
as
too
well.
short.
Is he short?
Yeah.
No.
I don't
This
know.
guy here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all actors are kind of short,
Right.
well-
which is crazy to me.
That's you.
All right, I'll take it. Not bad.
Lifetime's holiday lineup includes a movie inspired by Taylor Swift and Travis
It
Kelce
should.
called Christmas in the Spotlight. It premieres on November 23rd, and it follows the love story between a pop star and a professional football player.
Oh, is the player struggling right now? Not scoring touchdowns? Is that the story?
More worried about his mustache and his
Yeah.
stupid haircut. By the way, are we done with the Kelce brothers yet? Like, Jesus. Oh, look, the one's got a chicken wing on a chain.
I like the one. Travis Kelce's all right to me, but I like Jason Kelce.
I've
better.
been annoyed by both of them. Even
I like both of them.
Pre-Taylor Swift.
Yeah, they don't bother me. I think Travis Kelce's a great football player. I like Jason Kelce. Like
Yeah.
he'd be like a guy I'd want to hang out with.
I don't think you would.
No.
I don't think you'd want to hang out with him. I think
Maybe
you'd be
not.
like, oh, Kelsey's annoying.
I think they turn it up for the TV.
Since the Taylor rub, now they're on everybody's radar. And
Yeah.
It just annoys me even more.
Yeah, boy, he's got to be kicking himself in the nuts. The Barber brothers. They were like, how did we pass? We're twins,
yeah.
and
And
we're both
good-looking.
good looking.
Yeah.
How do we pass this up? How do we
Yeah.
not? Yesterday there was some talk on the show, Galvin. This weekend is Taylor Swift in Miami,
Oh, yeah.
and
Was there talk about how you're not going? Or
I'm trying not to go.
Yeah.
And yesterday we called my wife, and she was like, "What was the vibe that you got from her?"
The vibe that I got was that if you don't go, it's not going to be good for you.
That's how I felt.
Yeah. Even though she said, that's fine. Don't go.
Yeah, that's what I got from her. There was some resolution after the show yesterday.
yeah,
Am I going or am I not going?
you're not going.
You're 100%
You're going.
being forced to go.
Well, can I ask who all is going?
The trip was me, Amanda, Juliana, and her friend.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Who is her friend? Is
Who
it?
else did you want to come?
No. I didn't know whether there was like another couple and their kid.
No,
or
I had 4 tickets, and I had initially said that I wanted to go to the show, and I said this yesterday on the air. The truth is, my reason for wanting to go on the show, wanting to go to the concert, was to see Juliana be so excited.
Right.
And then I started thinking about it. It's 3 hours of that. I'll be probably satisfied in the first 3 songs. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I don't want to be there for the whole thing. It's not that I don't like Taylor Swift. I don't want to go to the stadium. I don't want to go to Miami. I don't want to do any of this stuff. And I started really sinking in yesterday. And we called Amanda on the air, and she was not. She didn't say, oh, she said, that's fine. And I went, oh.
Who is the mother of the friend?
The mother of the friend is my wife's very good friend, Nahal.
Yeah. Why isn't she going?
I suggested that on the air.
That makes way more sense. And it seems like your wife would be totally fine with that.
I suggested that on the air yesterday.
And how did that
Just seems like the reception from my wife was not that good.
She said that that was not enough time to prepare.
Right.
That had you not said you wanted to go to begin with, they could have had time to have somebody else go, like her friend.
Right.
But I
Because-
pointed out it's like Tuesday and it's 5-6 days out.
Nahal also has another daughter, and now she has to find somebody to watch the daughter and all that.
You watch the other daughter.
I love that kid.
Right? Yeah.
So the husband texted me, Ben, and he said, I will watch my daughter. And then Hall was like, I'm down to go. So this guy does not have to go.
Really?
Yeah, that makes way more sense.
I'm out.
That makes way more sense.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll have a better time.
100%.
Two mother daughters. And
yeah.
it's not like it's my daughter's friend's mother. It's one of my wife's best friends.
Right.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah, it's not like some lady she doesn't know. Yeah, that works.
And
perfect.
Tom's taking them, so they don't have to worry about getting there. And
Now you're not going to Miami at all?
No.
Oh, because before you were going to go to Miami
Free weekend.
to hang out outside the show.
All right. Let's go. I told him yesterday. I said, I'll be at the Hard Rock. She said, no, you won't. I said, okay.
Oh.
No.
Is your daughter bothered at all that you're not going to be there?
No, God, she's probably way happier. Yeah, she doesn't care.
Wow.
They went and got their hair done yesterday.
What a turn of events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
24 hours.
When is the
I
show?
did not see that.
When is the show? Friday,
Saturday.
Saturday. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So they're
gonna-
going down Friday. Then they get to go to the show on Saturday, and they'll be home on Sunday.
This is great. It's going to be hot and humid down there. It's Miami post-storm.
You know where it's not hot and humid? In the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
I'll be there with the AC cranked down. Listen, I got 3 free nights now. I got Friday night. Friday night's like a little low key. I'll go to dinner or something Friday night. Chill out. Saturday, I'm thinking about going to Glockoween, going out to check out Shark
Guacamole.
Coast.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
and then because now I got the free.
I thought you said guacamole.
No,
Like
guacamole. And then Saturday night.
Let's go get chimichangas.
Oh, you gotta get you. Then Saturday night going to the Hard Rock.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta find that. I gotta find some money. I gotta find some money that my wife will let me have.
Have you
She doesn't
transferred
have-
the tickets yet?
No, I told you that's a power move.
I
got those right.
Yeah.
You don't give those away till the last second.
like it.
Yeah.
I told you, stand your ground.
I did, Gio.
I
I'm
feel
so
like-
proud of myself.
I feel like you did, and that's a good power move.
Now I want to plan something good for the weekend.
You'll do nothing this weekend.
I don't care. I don't care.
You won't even
That's
listen.
me.
This is the part of the movie where you cut to him with a plate on his chest and laying there with the TV blaring.
You're gonna say you couldn't. Pete was out of town. This part you couldn't get anybody to go, so you just ended up staying
I don't hang out
home.
with Pete anymore. He's terrible.
Yeah, you're
Pete
gonna-
never does anything. He's all work now.
Nobody called you back, so you just stayed home.
This hurricane has turned Pete upside down because Pete bought like this giant building now. He has a Imagine Pete didn't have a pot to piss in, used to sell roses in Ybor City, owns a building now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like owns a building long enough to house cars. Pete owns buildings now, and then all of his clients live in Davis Island, so they all have flooded cars. So he's doing all this stuff working with that. He's just busy guy. He's a busy guy. I'm back to having no friends again. It's just
Yeah.
me and Joe.
Oh, that's right, Michael.
Joe
I'll
got a
never
family now. He ain't got time for you.
Joe's got the pants. I got nothing.
He's got the cars. He's got his son with the hockey.
I know
It's
Galvin
taking
will go to
over.
the Hard Rock.
Oh, I'll go to the Hard Rock for sure. By the way, did you see Celebrini, the kid, the first round draft pick for hockey? Scored his first goal.
Already?
And he did a little spinneroonie.
No,
Oh, it was amazing. It was like, what is going
Isn't
on?
he like 16 years old or something?
Dude, every hockey player now looks like the youngest kid.
Yeah.
There's Geeky, one of the kids that's on the Lightning now. They panned over to him, and he's got like the 17-year-old mustache. You know what I mean? I'm like, how old is this kid? That's
They
crazy.
get in like 18, 19 years old now.
Yeah. Because I remember watching, and I was like, that kid has to be like 17 years old. This is bananas, whatever. And I looked him up, and he was like 19.
Yeah.
I was like, what? That's wild. Comedy fantasy camp. You want to do a little comedy fantasy camp? Now, this is not Bobby and those guys
Okay,
actually
so-
going camping. This is like rock and roll fantasy
So they do
camp.
rock and roll fantasy camp where you sign up. It's like $5,000, and you go like say to the Hard Rock in Miami for the weekend, and you practice or a week, whatever it is, and you practice. And they have real musicians there. They have
Right.
like guitar players from bands and a singer, and like Slash has done it before.
Mm-hmm.
And you play with this band. And then at the end, you have a big performance.
Right, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
actually really cool if you're a musician. I think that's really cool.
So, do you think you're going to agree with these comedy people that are good for a comedy camp, or you think you're going to be like, oh, this is absolutely
You
garbage?
tell me, and I'm sure it's going to be garbage.
You think it's going to be garbage?
Yeah.
You think it's going to be good
I
or
don't
garbage?
know who's
You know?
doing this, who's putting it on.
I think it's going to be garbage.
I'll tell you, it's going to be at the Hollywood Improv.
Okay, not as cool as it sounds. Hollywood Improv is a big comedy club and has great comedians, but also second to the Comedy Store.
I think it's going to be one like C-list comic and then a bunch of people we don't know.
But there are a bunch of nobodies. I mean, there are a bunch of famous people that work at the Hollywood Improv,
Yes.
including Gary Cannon.
Well, I will tell you that it returns in 2025 with a guy you may have heard of,
Oh,
Jay Leno.
that's huge.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Jay Leno, whether you like his comedy or not,
No,
is
he's
a
huge.
comedy legend, has been doing it for so long,
Has been watching
knows
comedians.
everything about
Yeah.
comedy,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
That's huge.
Also,
Let me guess. Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla.
Really?
No, did you see this? You son of a bitch.
Oh, Joe put it up.
I put it up.
You are the absolute worst.
I didn't know you were gonna guess.
We were playing a guessing game.
I literally said it like a million
I
times.
didn't put it up until he said Jay Leno.
I didn't look. I'm not looking at it.
Galvin's face when I just guessed Adam Carolla dead on. He was like, oh, wow.
I thought maybe you saw the story, but I didn't
No.
realize you literally saw the story because Joe has it on the screen right there.
Sorry.
So you have Jay Leno, you have Adam Carolla, both big names in comedy for sure. Natasha Leggero.
See, now, Adam Carolla, I would not say a big name in comedy.
But
He's-
the interesting thing about him, and I think this works out because as we go along this list, you see what they're doing and stuff. So you have stand-up comedy, you have Jay Leno. Jay Leno's stand-up comedy. But a comedian and a funny guy and funny in radio, funny in
Yes.
movies.
Very funny guy.
Funny writing and stuff, whatever, is Adam
okay,
Carolla.
okay, I get
Yeah.
you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So funny, but in a
Okay.
different way, stand-up. But he also does do stand-up. Then you have Natasha Leggero.
who is funny, and does funny roasts and stuff, and also is like more character driven. She
Right,
does.
and
She's
she
adopted this character.
Yeah, kind of does a different style of stand-up, whatever. Has done some movies, have done some TV shows,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Brad Williams.
Great comedian.
Brad Williams, very funny comedian as well. And then you have
slash midget.
and then you have another comic actor. I don't think this guy has done stand-up, but definitely a comic actor and great doing voiceover stuff, like doing cartoon and everything.
Hank.
Patrick Warburton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're on Seinfeld. You're good.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So you have all of them. The comedy pros will
That's
mentor-
a really good. That's a really good.
good lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mentor, coach, and guide participants in different aspects of the art form, writing stand-up,
Not that I thought
timing,
this would-
performance.
Not that this would be bad, but I thought you were going to be like Carrot Top, and
Right,
just
yeah.
guys that you're just used to seeing. But Carrot Top also not. That would be good for a comedy camp. I mean, that's a guy who's been hugely successful
for
years.
40 years,
Yeah.
and has his own, theater out in
Right.
Vegas and all that stuff.
It costs $5,000 to do this?
I don't know
how
about
much it is.
comedy camp. I know rock and roll camp, but they don't take that many people.
Right.
So you
I
get
think it's more than $5,000 to be honest.
Well, I
with
tried
you.
to buy it for Pete for his 40th birthday, and I realized I didn't like Pete that much.
Yeah.
But it was pretty expensive because they had it with Slash, and then they had like you can also do a thing where you sit in on a couple of lectures and you just go to the big party at the end. So that's where they make a ton of money. That's like $1,500.
But also, they have like Alice Cooper. They have all like really big names, and then they kind of put a group together, and then Alice Cooper's your guy, and he does
Right.
stuff, whatever. But I think they all kind of come and do stuff, but then you go and perform that night, and we're doing this song, and yeah.
I mean, if you're trying to break into comedy or you're on the come up and you got Jay Leno giving you notes
Right.
about
For real.
about what you did in your set, that's got to be huge.
and Corolla,
Yeah,
and,
all of them,
and Brad Williams. Like the idea that they all came up different ways and they all do different types of stuff only helps.
A couple times when I saw Bobby just like tweak some of your stuff that you were doing, it just one little thing made it like a million
Praise.
times better.
Bobby's. I'm sure I've told this before, but I had a joke about my wife, and without her, I'd still be sitting. The punchline was I'd still be home playing PlayStation, and he said one, and I go what? And he goes say a PlayStation 1, and I go, and in my head I was like they didn't even call it PlayStation 1, they just called it PlayStation. Then it was PlayStation 2, 3.
Yeah.
I'm like that doesn't even make sense. Next time I try it, I go PlayStation 1. And just like he said to do it, huge. It was unbelievable.
It's
how he
those
tweeted.
little things. Yeah, they said that Seinfeld was such a doctor with punchlines and doing stuff. John Mendoza, do you remember him?
Oh, I love John Mendoza.
He said that he used to do this joke about a blind guy doing skydiving and the dog, jumping out and doing the thing, whatever. And he said whenever he did it, he would do the dog and go like this and tilt his head. And he goes, I thought it was funny. He never got really laugh, whatever. Seinfeld saw him and he goes, hey, when you do that, he goes, do the dog's head the other way. He said it became his best joke.
That's crazy.
He goes, that little thing
Wow.
changed everything. He
That's
goes,
amazing.
just turning his head the other way. And he goes, and that's Jerry Seinfeld. Like he sees everything, figures out what's
Yeah.
wrong, fixes it, and then it's your best joke.
Well, even like when Louis C.K. was for Bobby singing, he was like fixing things and
yeah.
do this. Like
Yeah.
same thing. Like these comic minds, they know the little tiny tweaks.
That's what I always wonder whenever I hear a song. And listen, I'm no great musician, but I play a little bit. But when you hear a song and you know why it's so good,
Yeah.
do other people who don't play anything know why it's so good? Like they like it, and I go, but do you understand what they're doing? Like this thing right
the
here,
little intricacies.
like whenever I hear the Cars and they're playing a beat backwards and then turns it back around, I go, that's so cool. And I
Yeah.
wonder if people even register that.
Do you know that I almost sent you a drum video? Yes.
Oh.
And I went,
Do
nope.
it.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Have I seen it? Have I? What was it?
It was a girl,
Uh-huh.
and she was doing Ringo Starr drum fills, and she was showing. Like, cause I'm not a drummer. I don't really know, but I hear two different people say Ringo was garbage, and then people say Ringo was great. Ringo had created the backbeat sound
Listen,
for the Beatles.
Here's the thing about Ringo, and I always give him a hard time because the Beatles were very, everybody loves the Beatles
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm not a huge fan, whatever. But Ringo did do a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like he really did. He did a lot of stuff that you're like, wow, to think of that, to do that instead of just playing a straight beat or doing something, like Ticket to Ride and those type of things that he does where you're like, oh, that's crazy. That's completely different. He was very innovative, but coming into it later on, you go, oh, that's big. Yeah, but nobody was doing that. He's the
Yeah.
one that made
Right.
why everybody does it now.
Right.
He did it back then, and he was the first one to do
Well,
it.
this one was drum fills, and they were so good. I was so impressed by it. And we always talk about Ringo. I almost sent it to you, and then I went, nope. Galvin has seen every drum
Yes.
video.
I appreciate it.
Hey, Carmen.
Yes.
Package? Did you get the package?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
I meant to text you this
I
morning.
just saw an alert on Alexa said it was delivered yesterday.
Yeah, I woke up this morning and it was on my door,
Beautiful.
and that was scary because
And
it
you
was.
didn't text me at 5:00 in the morning like Tom does?
No, I figured I would text you later, and then obviously I just kind of forgot.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Do
But
we
thank
know-
you very much.
Do we know what the package is? Are we allowed to know, or what's?
No, it was something that I was the charity was helping her out with for one of the students.
Oh, okay.
But it was supposed to be there before the hurricane. It was supposed to be there the next day, and it was missing.
Gotcha.
Not missing, but it was delayed, and they kept saying the next day, and we were like, oh boy. And then finally, I just saw an alert said it got delivered.
Yeah, and then I woke up and I thought there was a giant man standing at my door this morning.
50 Cent or 50 Cent
50.
is what you like to
Fitty.
call him, will pocket how much for his first ever Las Vegas residency?
I mean, I wouldn't even know. But it's got to be so much money because he's already got money.
20 mil.
Very close. 15 million for his first ever Las Vegas residency.
For how long does it say?
Yeah, it doesn't say how long he's gonna be out there. Whatever, I don't know whether that's for the week or for the night show. Or
Vegas residency seems to be the way to go.
yeah,
Because you're
Because
there.
you don't gotta move.
but it's so smart. Yeah, you're set up. You don't have to move, do anything, whatever. Everybody comes to you.
You're probably staying in a suite in the hotel.
Right. Yeah. Because I know the Scorpions are out there.
Yeah.
Scorpions are out there doing it. We just talked about Motley Crue going back out there again. Def
Yeah.
Leppard's done it. Yeah, there's so many different bands. Foreigner.
Did you see Motley Crue play the whiskey?
Oh, did they?
Yeah, last week.
No.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So I know
saw a
that-
lot of video from inside. Theo Vaughn was there and took a lot of video. It looked that Vince sounded pretty good.
So I know that they did the show a while back whenever with John 5, and they were called 1981. They went under the name of 1981, and they played and did stuff, whatever. And I'm pretty sure that was whiskey, that or maybe CBGB's, but or CBGB's
CBGB's closed,
but one of those ones. But they were just there recently.
Yeah, it was last week.
Oh, cool.
I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah, and Vince sounded good.
Yeah, like good enough where you're like, oh my god, I'm seeing Motley Crue at the whiskey, and there's Fat Vince singing
All right.
pretty good. I mean, I guess as good as you could expect from Vince, because most of the time you see video of him singing and it's terrible. This time wasn't so good. I mean, he had backup singers and all that stuff, but it sounded pretty good.
There's a lot of microphone point to the crowd moments.
I gotta tell you, I said it before. Whenever I saw them down at Welcome to Rockville, they came out the video package, and you're pumped up. You're like, oh my god! And then they start playing, and you're like, oh, it sounds so good. And then Vince starts shy singing, and you're like, yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to go as for Halloween.
Vince Neil.
Fat Vince Neil.
With the wig and everything.
Yeah, they're just. I mean, basically, that's it.
And how many times are people going to go? Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife. This is interesting. Random question: when you're really thirsty, What's the most refreshing thing to drink cold liquid out of? Okay, so whether you're drinking water, you say glass. Anybody else?
I say
agree,
stainless
glass.
steel.
Stainless steel, Joe says.
Yeah.
Would an aluminum can count?
Aluminum can, sure. With the liquid death, you could do that.
I think a nice glass, nice cold glass.
Nice cold glass, Mike
Yeah,
says.
like a mason jar. A mason jar of water is like the best thing in the world.
Because it's got the big mouth rim.
Yeah.
Number
It's-
one, 37% of people say glass.
Yeah.
Is the best. They say a glass, actual glass, or a glass bottle. I like a nice glass bottle. I like a nice glass bottle.
Fine. I'll take that.
9% say steel bottle, Joe.
All right.
Like the reusable ones. 8%, Gio, say an aluminum can. 7% say plastic, and only 5% say a plastic cup. That was the least popular choice.
I put pint glasses in the freezer sometimes.
Yeah.
And then pour beer into
Yeah.
it.
The
move.
It's nice.
Can I tell you one of my favorite things to drink out of? Styrofoam cup. I like a styrofoam cup.
When I get for like a pop, if you go to the gas station, like
Yeah.
a fountain, like yes, the styrofoam, it hits different.
You live in
it does.
America now. It's called a soda.
I live in America. I've always lived in America. It's called a pop.
Yeah, middle of America.
Yeah.
By the way.
I did the oldest thing that I could do. I had to take my medication last night, and I did not have a bottle of water, so I had to get a mug and fill it up from the sink.
Yeah.
I've never felt like an older lady in my life. Drinking my pills out of a Devil Wears Prada mug last night.
Tap water.
Yeah, with tap water.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go. That is it for news.
Take my medicine while I was watching my stories.
Yes.
That's what I felt
Played
like.
some canasta and went to
Yeah.
bed.
Oh,
Went to bed at like 6:30.
dude, I really did.
Yeah.
My wife had to get my wife and daughter went to get their hair done, and their appointment was at 5:30 at night. Like, who starts that at 5:30 at night? And the minute that they left the house, I was like, well, good night, everybody. Because I knew that I was going to stay up and wait for Jeopardy, only to go to bed right after Jeopardy. And I went, cut out the middle, man. Just go to bed now. And I went upstairs and just went to sleep.
I went to bed at like 7 and skipped dinner and everything.
Yep, I skipped dinner too.
And then I woke up like 3 o'clock in the morning, all confused.
You ate that double chicken thing, so you could skip dinner. I didn't. I had
Took
to
me
get
out.
up. I had to get up and watch 5 minutes of Chop that made me go get a goddamn banana.
Yeah.
And then I went back to bed. Yeah, I'll tell you, I needed it, and I feel like I can go back right now
Let's do it.
after we get McGriddles.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Where's your brother?
So you're just off the.
No, I'm kidding. I can't eat McGriddles. I would love to. But
You should have a McGriddle.
you should shut your goddamn
I mean,
mouth.
you had a chimichanga chewy.
It was 2
chewy
days
chunk.
ago. It was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I'm back, baby. I'm
Top it
back.
off.
You posted that picture of us from the tailgate a couple years ago, and I went, who is that fat guy standing next to
And
Mike?
I said, don't talk to me like that.
Good grief, fatty 2x4. He couldn't even fit in the picture anymore. I was, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you are it's weird because you have fluctuated over the years. Sometimes you're thicker, sometimes you're thinner, but you're never really. It was only one time that I know you that I was like, damn, fat Galvin's here. But for the most part, you've been skinny or medium.
So at one point, I was 320 pounds. I was 320 pounds, and I will tell you, that was a point where they were definitely selling the steak, egg, and cheese bagel.
Oh, yeah.
I can pinpoint.
blame them.
I can pin. No. I'm not blaming them.
They
I'm telling you what.
You know the source.
Yes, because I was
Before
going there free will
Yeah.
all the time. Getting 2 steak, egg, and cheese McGriddles. I'd get the meal, so I'd get a high C orange.
Oh, yes.
With the steak, egg, and cheese bagel with the hash brown, and then I'd get another steak, egg, and cheese bagel and another hash brown.
Oh, my.
And just
Double
wail
the
out
breakfast.
and just soak the hash browns in ketchup, like
Oh.
spooning ketchup into my mouth with the hash brown.
That sounds delicious.
Fantastic.
That sounds
That
so
sounds
good.
fantastic.
Well, if you want to be 320 pounds, no easier way.
Spoon feeding ketchup to
Yeah.
yourself.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Where the hell is your brother when we need him?
Right? Carmen, do the Hillsborough County kids have school today?
They do not. This is a teacher's work day for all the teachers to go back, clean up, get ready. Kids go back tomorrow.
So why don't they just close it for the week?
Because they are already basically
Way
2
behind.
months
Yeah.
behind. But I don't understand how that works. How does missing a week of school put you over a month behind?
Because there were other days too. There were other days before this.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Between last week's 3 days and then the 2 days from Halen, they've missed like 8 days completely.
Yeah, but
from
it's
school.
Some
But
certain amount
My
of
wife
time
said
that has
that
to be
they
done.
don't base it on days. It's based
Right.
on hours
Right.
worked. So they have to make up those hours somehow.
which is insane insane.
They said some of the schools are doing a thing where you started 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
And that was going to make up for it. I mean, it's all
Or they'll
BS.
add like 15, 20 minutes onto the school day.
Right.
And then
Which-
by the end of the year, it should
that
average
disrupts
out.
everything for people who
Yeah.
like if you have a plan, if you're a single parent and you got to get your kid to school and then go to work, I mean, how are you supposed to handle all that?
Yeah, that's the governor
Right.
says this is what we got to do. These are the hours.
but it's better than going into July and
Yeah.
only having a
No,
month
but-
off of summer.
Then just say no. First of all, they're done in May, and just give them some extra work. Be like, oh, look, you go do this.
Right, they're done in May, but as of now, they're going into June because of the new schedule. So unless you make it up in the 10 minutes before, 10 minutes after, as of now, Hillsborough, I know Chamberlain specifically, they're going into June is their schedule for now.
Carmen, I saw a picture the other day, and I immediately thought of Chad because you were talking about the his favorite play that you did the favorite football play. There was a guy that had a play X's and O's with the pattern, whatever, tattooed on him.
That's pretty cool. That's
I like
a pretty
that.
good idea.
I could see him doing that because they had a picture of it and they wrote, "This guy's in the game, man. Like he is into it."
He knows.
Yeah.
He's only a Madden player, too.
Yeah.
He doesn't even- All right, we got to take a break. It's the Mike Calta Show. If you'd like to get through, 800-771-1025. And when we come back, a brand new open letter from Galvin next. Mike, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. What's up? Good morning, Mike.
Good. Hey, I'm with Denny's and the restaurant company. We're set up in the Lowe's parking lot. Our PR team was supposed to put it out yesterday. Not sure if they did, but we're here with a mobile trailer feeding anyone who needs it. Free hot breakfast and coffee.
Which Lowe's are you at, Mike?
West Water Street. I'm not
Sure.
from this area. I'm from Orlando. I think it's 6725 West Water Street, the Lowe's parking lot.
Yep, just west of the Veterans, right there off the expressway. All right, well, if you're there, what time are you going to be there till?
We're here till at least 1 o'clock today, and we'll be set up as long as there's a need.
Good.
So we're planning till Saturday or Sunday, but it's kind of late now. We may move it, but we're here today for sure.
All right, good. At the Lowe's right there on West Waters and the Veterans, go by and see the guys from Denny's. They're offering free meals to, I would imagine that would be victims of the hurricane, line workers, anybody who needs a hot meal. Denny's out there taking care of you.
Anybody line up. We got coffee and free breakfast for anybody.
Awesome. That's really cool of you guys. Thank you for giving us the heads up.
I appreciate it. Anything you can do to help us get the word out.
You got it. Have a great day. Thank you. There you go. That's nice.
Nice.
Denny's.
Yeah.
We get a little moons over Miami.
It's right down there by the Target right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly where that is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, fresh from his trip to Las Vegas, where if you missed it early in the show, he made thousands and thousands of dollars. He had enough to go buy a new Gucci fanny pack.
Yeah.
Right now.
Toss one aside.
That
Just
is
threw one in the garbage.
You should have seen my wife's face when I told her to throw it away. She looked at me and I go, "Throw it away. I don't care." I go, "I'll buy you a new one."
So, without being too invasive,
Yeah.
we've talked about this on the air before. You and your wife have separate bank accounts?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, look, we have all. My wife pays all the bills and does all the money, but I have a separate bank account because I should not have access to all the money.
And that's the same way it's reversed.
With her.
Yeah, so I do all the banking, I do all the stuff, whatever, and then she has a bank account that I'll put money in, and she has her money, whatever.
Right.
But yeah, if she had access to all of the money, all the money would be gone, and
Like
we'd
with
have
me.
a bunch of Barbie dolls and Gucci purses. And
if
Hard Rock.
if I had met your wife instead of my wife,
You guys would be broke.
we would be broke.
Yeah.
We'd be spending it
You
fast.
need
so we could bring it in.
the counterpart. Yeah, you need that.
I tell my wife all the time, she's like, I feel like I'm always the Debbie Downer because I'm the one who says no. And I go, Amanda, if it wasn't for you saying no, we would be poor.
My wife says the exact same thing because I give her the money. She just pays all the bills and
Right.
does all the stuff.
Yeah, I have no idea how much my paycheck is. I don't know what the direct deposit dates are. I don't know any of that stuff.
She's got to be the bad guy. She's like, I'm always the bad guy because I say we can't go do this or can't
Right.
do that.
Right.
Now, Gio, what would you be spending money on? We know Mike has Funko Pops and anything else that
same
he can
thing. I'm buying Star Wars figures,
Legos
and Lego sets, and just all kinds of
Carmen,
Burgers by the dozen.
dumb stuff.
I'm buying Funko Pops. That's costing me $40. I mean, when I have real control of the money, we're going away for the weekend. We're doing Like when I plan a Disney trip, it costs $10,000. When she does it, it costs $1,000, and we all get free extra days and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like she knows how to do it right.
My wife went out of town for one weekend, and I bought like a $400 Star Wars arcade machine. For my living room.
Yeah. So that's the kind of thing.
It's awesome. It's a collector's item. You can't find them anywhere.
So my wife wants to like redo the house. Like she's always saying, we redo. We want new this, different furniture, da 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 da. And I told her, I go, you have carte blanche. You can do whatever you want. I go, I don't care, whatever. I go, tell me what you want, and I'll get it. And I said, here's the thing that we'll do, one at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One piece at a time. I go, we'll replace things one at a time with the bets that I win. I go, because if you think about it, like one at a time, 600 here, 1,000 here, whatever, and do that and work it out. I said, that's totally fine. We'll do it that way.
That's all extra cash.
Yeah.
So my trip, this worked out perfectly for me, by the way. My trip to go see the Steelers. So it was my son's birthday. We're all going to Vegas, going to see the Steelers, do all that stuff. My Steelers trip was literally paid for by the Steelers.
Yeah.
I won money off the Steelers, paid for the tickets, did all that stuff. My hotel was comped, and then other money went for the plane tickets. And stuff.
That's
So
great.
it worked
That's
out,
how you plan a smart trip.
Yeah.
Now, if your wife and I planned that trip together, we'd be paying top dollar to stay in a suite that you're never in anyway.
Yep.
And we'd be eating at the best restaurants. And that's just how it would go. And Fern and I, we can go get some at Bootleggers and have a great time. You know what I mean?
That's the way to go.
Yeah. Look, I get it. My wife, the last thing we need to do in this house is the bathrooms. The 2 bathrooms need to be done. One of them is got like a hole in the wall in our master bathroom. We need to redo the bathrooms. But if you ask me, I'm not redoing. I don't care about that. That's where we go and poop and take showers. Leave it the way it is. But I'm going to tell you, in my master bathroom, there's this like kind of midway. It's not really a shelf. It's just like it's like a ceiling that's not the ceiling. You know what I mean? It's like a shelf. You put nothing on it. And the bottom of it has embedded into it seashells, which is awkward because we're not even anywhere near water.
Yeah.
I don't understand. And my wife gets mad every time she sees the seashells. So I get it. I know why she'd want to move that. For me, I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
That's what wives do. That's what they do in the Mad Men times. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He has a brand new open letter. Open letter.
And now, an open letter from Galvin.
This is an open letter to things they had to do. Dear things they had to do. Seriously? So I was in the airport yesterday. I noticed something that I don't think we talk about enough. Every guy has used a urinal in the airport or in a bar or restaurant, and they have partitions in between. Mm-hmm. And I started thinking about that. They had to build those partitions at the urinals just so dudes wouldn't look at other dudes' wieners. Like, that's the only reason they have it, right? It's not for splashing. It's not any hygienic reason or anything. It's just so that Brian isn't looking at your dong while you're making a little tinkle. There was a meeting where someone had to say, hey, can we block other guys from looking at my junk while I'm peeing? And then someone had to go out and build that. You know what else I noticed that someone had to do? I noticed that at the airport as well, that they had to make vests that say, please do not pet, written on it, for the bomb-sniffing dogs at the airport. So that tells me that enough people were doing this. I know he's doing an important job right now, but I'm sure no one would mind if I gave old Valkyrie some belly rubs right now. Don't touch the dog, Randy. Do you know how many people every night ask a mounted police officer in downtown St. Pete if they can pet his horse? Ask him and see if he doesn't shoot you in the face as an answer. Don't eat the gel pack that comes in the box in your new shoes. Don't use the hairdryer while you're in the bath. Don't stare directly at the sun. You remember that a little while ago for the eclipse?
Oh, yeah.
They were like, it's going to be really cool. But also, you guys know not to stare directly at the sun, right? The fact that our then president stared directly at the sun says a lot about him and a lot about our country. I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show, and this has been an open letter to things they had to do.
Listen, this is going to get a little gross.
No,
I'm just gonna tell you.
Why?
No. Get crazy. You can't tell me as a man that you've never peed in a urinal and got shin splints from it.
Shin splints?
Shin splash.
Oh,
doing it wrong.
splash.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about the tall.
Any urinal that I go into that that I go number one with such force, it splashes back. The last thing I want. You've never had splashback on a urinal?
I don't.
I've listen. If it's one of the long ones, the whole full stand up ones, whatever.
Yeah.
The ones that go all the way to the ground.
Yeah,
those kinds of splashback.
Like I get some to whatever, but also maybe you're just not aiming right. Like you're just going in willy nilly.
You aim in the back or the bottom?
Depending on how it's built and stuff. Whatever, normally bottom, and they have the little honeycomb thing down there or whatever, and helps whatever. But the partitions aren't helping that.
Yeah.
No, the partitions aren't helping that. The partitions are helping. What's worse than getting your own urine on you? Somebody else's urine on you.
Yeah, but it's not splashing this way.
No, I don't know. I feel like if I could feel my own,
the partitions are there, so you're not looking at other people's
100%.
Yeah, that's the only reason. John Madden.
Yeah, well, that was
because you were in a trough, right?
Yeah.
You were in a trough, no partition.
I looked right at John Madden's wiener.
You were looking at it.
Yeah. I mean,
now,
I specifically went out of my way to see it.
If you were at the urinal and there was the partition thing, whatever, you'd have to go up and look over.
I never do
John
that.
Madden would go, what are you doing?
It sounds like you have a very aggressive stream.
I do.
Like,
It's comes out with great force.
Yeah, that's not right.
That sounds good. That's my prostate's good.
I don't think so.
Or enlarged.
Oh.
Maybe you're holding it too long.
No, well, that might be true too.
Yeah,
that might be true. You really got to get me going to get up and go. You would tell me about it. A new television show with Ted McGinley. Remember, you were trying to think of his name the other day. The guy that jumped the shark guy. The guy that was on Happy Days.
But what was it?
We
It's
talked
a new
about
TV show.
We talked about Ted McGinley because he's in Wayne's World with the radio guy.
Yeah, that's why we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Well, I saw
Was he
a
on a new
preview
show?
of a new TV show, and it actually looks pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes. He goes. I don't know. I'm a guy who likes to talk, and people like to talk to me. She goes. I know it bugs the hell out of me, and I thought, oh, this sounds like my family. And then the next thing, she's like, "Are you peeing outside again?" And he goes, "It's a little spot out by the flowers." And I go, "This is my life. This is my life." Joe, I have learned it from you.
Yeah,
peeing outside is freeing.
That's right.
And I it's not like I have to pee. Let me go outside. But if I'm walking the dogs, let's all go together.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're all out here. The dogs need to learn from me.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Why?
Part of nature.
Being outside.
I got nothing back there. My neighbors can't see me. I got nothing out there.
When I was on the porch, I used to pee outside all the time because I was locked out of the house.
Yeah.
So I kind of got used to it.
That's different though.
Yeah.
Like, you're being forced to do it.
Now, as an adult, I can't do that because of that
Did
reason.
you pee through the screen or you actually went outside?
I'd go outside, yeah.
By the way, a strong urine stream could be a sign of a bladder problem.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water.
Or dehydration, it actually says too, because the concentrated might. Does it smell like ammonia?
No. It's no, and I'll tell you, it's a white color to it, like it's clear.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
white.
that's good. You're
because
not
what I'm
dehydrated.
saying is
You're
like
hydrated.
when I'm at a restaurant, it only happens when I'm at a restaurant, and when I at a restaurant, I drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
You know, so
I think you should get checked out.
Yeah, just aim properly.
I just told you guys I've had it checked out like 5 times already.
Yeah,
I probably went 2 extra.
I think you're fine, Michael.
Thank you, Joe.
Maybe it's your little button wiener. doesn't aim down enough.
Something that I push on my belly to get it.
If you're always getting splashback, something's wrong.
I can't believe I'm Joe. Will you get splashback?
No,
because
I'm
you
too
always went outside. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, he's going up. He has to go up.
That's science.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I got to pay attention to it.
Yeah, maybe take a step back.
Yeah.
Well, I think like Galvin said, because my little button wiener, I got to get close.
Well, but if you've got such aggressive force, you should be able to make it.
I know, but it breaks off at a certain point and it drips, and I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. You
Maybe
ever walk?
I'll get you one of those funnels like ladies use.
Yeah. That would probably be better. I don't know. I just I do notice. I'm not a meat gazer, but I'm not afraid to look either. You know what I mean? Like I don't care if I see another one, it doesn't bother me. But sometimes if I'm looking straight ahead and the guy next to me pulls it out and I'm looking straight ahead and I could still see it out of my side view while I'm looking forward, I gotta tell you, I don't look, but I want to turn around and be like, what is that? What caught my attention? You know what I mean?
It's like if you were looking straight forward and somebody throws a loaf of bread on the counter, you're like,
it just
bread?
a lot of times I'm looking straight forward and I hear, and I'm like, what? What do
you
you got?
shouldn't be hearing it.
Well, I'm just saying.
Maybe
Why
another
does this
problem.
always happen to me?
What? Yeah.
Sometimes you're standing there, you get a hand on your shoulder.
No.
Oh,
That wouldn't get too far. But I'm just saying, there are times where I've been distracted or it's caught my attention, if you will.
Yeah.
So that just happens. John Madden, I specifically made the look, and if you're wondering, it looked like somebody chewed up gum and spit it in his crotch.
Oh, no.
It wasn't big or small. It just looked like it had been through some things.
I imagine it looks
had
like
some
him.
time. It did. It was a representation of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if that's true. If most people's penises look like them.
No.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't.
How do you know?
Because I know what I look like and I know what my penis looks
People
like.
see you as
Well, put a face on it. Let's see.
I look in the mirror, then I look down, I look back up at the mirror, and I say, nope.
Nope, not me. You got somebody else's. Mine looks similar. Bald, big head,
Wait.
All right.
balding, big head.
You got something going on, man. You need to get checked out.
Yeah.
You got a lot of weird
Your
stuff going on.
description is either off or
Did anybody
Something
see
wrong.
that movie Smile? That they've made another one.
Yes.
No.
You
no.
saw it, Joe?
Yes, I did.
Why are they smiling?
They're smiling because what happens is
Spoiler.
this
Well, they're the sequel.
this demonic possession goes into you, and then you get like a huge smile on your face, and then you kill yourself.
Oh, you
like
kill
whether
yourself.
whether it's by chewing glass or stabbing yourself in the face with a screwdriver or whatever it might
Oh,
be.
all right.
Yeah.
Kind of like Saw.
But if that person smiles at you and then they kill themselves, you're the next one. That'll happen to you.
So you just close your eyes.
Yeah, well, they don't know. You know,
They don't know what's happening.
they don't know what's happening.
Okay.
Remember the promotion they did for that movie?
Oh yeah.
When they were like sending people to like basketball games
Yep.
and like different events,
And
and
they
they
were
were
just
just sitting
smiling
behind
into
the
the camera.
camera. Yeah,
That was pretty.
cr-
That was pretty creepy.
Yeah, but that was good.
Marketing?
Yeah, good marketing. Jeez.
Why do
I can't
people?
word
Why
it.
is smiling scary?
Well, it's the way they were smiling because it wasn't like a happy smile. It was
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm possessed smile.
It was a real yeah.
There
Oh.
was a female comedian that said about that, about people smiling. She goes, when you see someone smile, that's usually them like letting you know they're not mean or anything. Like if you walk past them or anything, she goes, there is nothing more disconcerting than somebody when you see them smile and then stop smiling.
Oh yeah.
Like as but they like smile and they go,
Yeah.
and stop smiling. You're like, oh God.
Hey, can somebody ruin this? I don't know if anybody in the room can do this, but somebody maybe call on the phone lines 800-771-1025. What was the twist in that Shyamalan movie where they were at the concert and he had the
It's not. I think it's just out.
No, it came and went.
No,
it's out
not.
now.
It's like literally just out now.
Oh, I bet.
Oh,
it's
you
on.
love spoilers, man.
Yeah.
Well, are you gonna watch it?
Yes.
Well, can you let me know?
I will.
Okay.
Privately and not on the most listened to show in Tampa Bay.
Well, I know. I just
Thank you, Calvin.
Yeah, he just loves to ruin it.
Right.
I'm just gonna Google it.
Has anyone seen the new Joker yet?
No,
I
but
mean, there's nothing good about it.
I know, like-
everybody's saying it's terrible and it's losing money and all kind of stuff.
All the online reviews say bad. I know 2 people that saw it, and they said it was not good.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think that's one that we go to the movies for, but I will probably pay attention to it when it's on whatever it's streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want a reason to go to the movies. I like going to the movie.
You're gonna watch that movie, the
Yes.
Shyamalan movie?
Yeah,
I think
like
you missed it. I think it came in one.
And I'm telling you, I saw it on demand the other day and it wasn't even out yet. I'll tell you, what is it called? Do we know what it's called? Anyone?
No.
I don't know.
New movie. Let's see. Trap. Right? Is that it?
Sounds
Yeah,
right.
Trap. Let's see. When is the release dates for this?
He takes his daughter to a concert,
Right.
and
It's a setup.
it's a setup because there's a murderer out
It
there.
came out August 2nd.
Oh, August. We're in October.
So it's just coming on demand now.
Yeah.
I think is what it is.
So he takes his daughter to a concert, notices the high security.
Well, but we know what the
Watch
twist
it.
is. We know what the
telling the people who don't
twist.
know.
No, I'm saying we do know what the twist is.
But let me explain it first. He takes his daughter to a concert, notices high security. The vendor tells him, you know that murderer that they're looking for? Well, he's here tonight, and this whole thing was a trap to lure him here.
Right.
And then you find out that the guy asking about it, talking to the vendor, he's the murderer.
Mhm.
But that's not usually in those movies.
Right.
Now there's
another.
a twist.
Yeah, there's
It's
another.
his kid is the murderer.
That would be something else.
that
No,
could be.
because he's got the phone cameras where he goes and looks at his victim that's
Right.
in the house. So
Well-
he's got to be the guy.
Is this why you're not going to Taylor Swift this weekend?
Quite possible. Joe. I mean, I want somebody has to know. Carmen, do we have any phone calls?
We do?
I can't see.
Okay.
Somebody has
3.
to want to
Take 3
spoil this
then.
movie for us.
I
Yeah,
can't. I
3 does.
can't do it, Carmen. You're gonna have to do it for me.
Gotcha. Okay.
Good morning. Hello.
So the twist is that there is no twist.
Oh, really?
Unless you that the wife did it the whole time.
Wait, what?
He doesn't know.
It's not proven. It's a theory, but there is no twist. That's the only thing I can think of.
Did you see the movie?
I did. There was no twist. I was waiting the whole time.
So
Then I looked online for what it might have been, and somebody said it might have been the wife, but that's all I saw.
So do they go back to the house and do they bust him at the concert or what happens? You didn't see that.
I don't want to give away the ending.
Well, that's the whole point. I'm trying to get the ending.
It's not a twist. It's still a spoiler, but there is no twist.
All right, well, let's let everybody know. A movie that came out in the first week of August. We're about to spoil it right now. What happens at the end?
He gets away in the end.
This doesn't sound like a very good movie.
See, exactly.
Exactly.
He gets away in the end. That's the only thing.
He's
All
wrong.
right, thank you,
He's
sir.
wrong.
Thank you. You're terrible at. You are no Siskel or Ebert.
You are not good at spoiling
All right,
movies.
watch the movie. You'll agree.
All right,
Watch the
goodbye.
movie. You'll agree.
Hang on.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I know what it is.
What do you have?
Well, I'm not going to.
Because
It came out in August.
You're a good person.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll tell you off the air.
Right. Go Google it if you care.
That's
so
what
much.
Galvin did.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted somebody that saw the movie to be like, "Oh, it was great because they did this, this, and this." This guy's like, "Man, they got away."
Yeah. It doesn't
That
sound
was
like
it.
a very good movie.
So right now, all we know is that the guy takes his daughter to a concert. He supposedly got somebody trapped at his house. He's the killer, and he gets away at the end.
And it's the wife.
What's it?
What?
The wife part is something, but it's not what he said.
This is blowing my mind.
It's the wife
No, it's
that
not
he
the
has
wife.
trapped. No, but he has the wife
No.
trapped.
It was Colonel Mustard in the library with the candle.
This isn't even a very good twist if it's a twist, but they say so. The twist is that he's the killer,
Right, but
That's
they show
the whole
you
thing,
that.
But they show you that whatever. They reveal that the wife is the one that tipped them off, so the wife knows that he's the killer.
So she's in on it.
No,
I don't know whether she's in on it,
she
but she
tipped them off.
found out.
in
so
on the
she
trap.
tipped them off. Yeah, she's in on the trap.
Well, now I'm not going to watch it.
Huh?
I'm not gonna watch it either. Imagine you would. I just saved you 2 hours of your life.
I'm still gonna watch it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I would like to learn on my own.
that guy said they got away, and it was the wife was the one that gave.
Yeah,
it
he
to him.
didn't know what he was talking
That guy didn't see the movie. You people.
I think you just explained it poorly.
I don't know. I would like there to be a different twist. So
well,
I'm gonna
Start
my head.
writing.
In my head, I'm gonna come up with
Start
a new
writing
twist.
it and
Yeah.
see what happens.
I mean, I think after a while you just run out of ideas. The movie he made, Lady in the Water, about the pool,
Yeah.
I thought that was great. 'Cause
Oh, yeah, it was
anything
really
original like that, even though it was a fantasy movie, anything original like that, I think should get a lot of credit because you need to come up with this really weird idea and then sell everybody on it.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool in the way everything tied together.
All
and
tied
what
together
you didn't
at the
know,
end, yeah.
at the beginning, you're seeing these different people with different things, and you're like, well, that's weird. And then, they'll be able to do that because of this guy and this
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good movie. And I still think, and I never saw the movie. This is just as good for me. I never saw The Village, but I know the twist, and that's enough for me. That's enough for me to
Yeah.
appreciate that movie.
Sixth Sense was the only one I've watched.
Sixth Sense blew my mind. Oh, you know what else? Signs was a great movie.
Yeah.
Signs was great.
Signs was great because you knew what it was, but you'd never actually seen a good alien in the movie, and they showed just enough of it for you to appreciate it, but yet still use your imagination. Swing away, Merle. What else? What other movies did he do?
Yeah, I never get to watch it. Like, my wife doesn't like those. Nobody likes them but me, so I'd have to watch them alone, and I never have time to watch them.
Yeah, my wife does like him.
Yeah.
She likes anything that's a little scary.
He did The Happening. Remember with Mark Wahlberg, where that was was not good. I did not.
But
like
see,
that
the
one.
problem with The Happening was they
Nothing
didn't
happened.
do a good enough job explaining why it was happening. You
Right.
know, like had that been a thing beforehand, that would have been pretty cool.
Split was good.
Split was really good.
Yeah, Split was really good. I didn't see Glass.
Glass was really good.
I don't think I saw that one, but that's connected because that was connected with the other one with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, and then this one is, and there's another person in the Glass. It's the Split guy, the Glass guy, and somebody else is there.
But what was
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable, which was really good too.
Really good.
I like that a lot as well.
when they go down in the basement and Bruce Willis is lifting all the seeing how much he could lift, all that was good. That was a
And
good
then when
movie.
he does it at the stadium with all the football players and stuff, and they're like, "What is going on with the security guard over here?" Yeah.
He puts out some good movies, and then the whole idea is, I think you don't go see him, you hate him, and then you watch him later, and you go, "Oh, that was actually pretty good." So it's next year I'll watch Trapped, and we'll let you know what I think.
Have you watched the Menendez brothers documentary?
No, but I again kind of like I never saw one episode of Game of Thrones, but because of my wife, I know about Dexter and Game of Thrones, so she has told me about it. I mean, did you watch it?
Yeah. I finished it last night.
Did you watch it?
No.
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know that I could stomach some of the details that I've heard from this thing.
Some of it was very, very disturbing.
Yeah.
But you don't see it. Like the show itself is not graphic, but the actual details of,
what they're describing.
Carmen, the thing you said yesterday with the cinnamon was enough to make me never want to hear anything about it again.
But again, all it was a guy saying that to another
I know,
guy.
you saying it had me thinking about it, and it bugged me the whole day.
Yeah.
It really did.
Did you try it?
No.
Everything?
No, it's the idea that those kids had to go through that. And now you wonder.
But we don't know what they really did or not.
We don't know if that's true or not.
That's the thing. And but now, did you see the Menendez brothers killed their parents. And the story is that the father was so abusive that they had to kill him. But after they killed him, they got all this insurance money and they went on these huge shopping sprees. So then everybody was like, well, they just killed him for the money. But then as the stories go on over the years, and these guys have been in jail, there are stories of him sexually molesting them and torturing them and beating them up and trying to toughen them up. And the whole idea is that that you don't know whether this really happened or not. And then recently, one of the kids in the band in Menudo said that the father, who was in the music business, had molested him as well. And now people started looking at these things and started interviewing the Menendez brothers. And then now celebrities are coming out like Kim Kardashian and some other people saying, "Hey, these Menendez brothers definitely deserve a new trial because they are in jail because they fought back against an abusive father who is abusive physically and sexually to them."
And different laws, different time, things have changed.
Right.
And the first trial was a mistrial. And on the second one, they got convicted, and they weren't. The judge was very difficult about allowing any questionable evidence, and the attorney that they had was the same lady who got somebody off for a very similar excuse, the abuse excuse,
right?
And so they were not allowed to use that.
But also the one brother, the actual bald brother who had to wear hair, he was talking to someone, giving them all insider, trying to write a book. And that person ended up writing the book on his behalf, but just for herself, basically.
Right. Well, she recorded him.
And basically all of his things was, "Oh, we're totally gonna win this. I told this person to say this. We're making up this story. They're gonna do this for money." But you know what I mean? So that's how you.
Now you don't know whether or not it was real or not.
Did you see how well I cried? I'm really a good crier. Yeah,
I totally have the jury in my hand. They love me and stuff like that. So it's like, did they make this story up after the fact?
That's a lot to make up. But then again, they're together in jail for 30 years. They got a lot to talk about and a lot to come together.
They were separated pretty quickly, though.
Yeah,
because of notes that they were passing back and forth.
With this back in the news, have you seen the basketball card that they're in the background
of?
Yeah. It's Mark Jackson, the 90-91 hoops that they have the basketball card, and they're at, I think it's Knicks game, and they're in the background. He's dribbling down the court, and the Menendez brothers are sitting in the background of the thing.
That's pretty wild.
So that's good, going for more money now because of that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to believe, but just hearing it all, whether it happened or not, is so disturbing. I'd rather not hear it.
Yeah. If it's true, they definitely deserve a new trial. But how do you prove any of that stuff now?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the I mean, if you can't prove anything, do they deserve the new trial? You know what I'm saying?
But if it's
just
true,
because people are talking about it doesn't mean that all of a sudden they should get a new trial.
But I'm saying if it's true.
Yeah, but how do you know?
But the thing is you find out stuff that wasn't entered in, stuff that wasn't in discovery, new stuff has come to light, whatever. Yeah. And if there was problems with the judge or if there was problems with the attorney, any of that stuff, definitely, can be cause for a new trial, certainly.
Remember,
The
that's what
second
happened with that podcast Serial with the Adnan thing.
Yeah.
They found new information because they did this big investigative podcast.
Yeah.
Anytime you get more eyes on stuff, then other people, and the internet sleuths find out all kind of stuff. It's interesting for sure.
I don't know. I there's no way for me to tell what the truth is, but it just sounds so awful. And it reminds me a lot of Gio.
What?
Yeah.
What happened to you, Gio?
No, Gio being abused physically and having to live on the porch.
It was never really physically.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You said he slammed you up against the wall a couple times.
No, one time I was being yelled at, and he punched a hole through the drywall next to my face, like he was going to punch me in the face to try and scare me. But he did it to the side, like right side of me, and then he patched up the hole before my mom got home.
Really?
Yeah.
That's I would have been like, no, you got to fix the hole.
Yeah.
I used to do that when I was a kid. When I was like in high school, I'd punch a wall and I'd go through the drywall, and then I knew that the drywall would break, so I knew I could punch the wall. And then one day I hit a beam, and I never did that again. Yeah, it's different.
It was all about like intimidating me.
Oh,
'Cause
mine
I'm a
was
kid,
just more frustration and anger.
Yeah.
Mental abuse, though. It's still abuse.
Yeah. I used to go and look. I could see the spot where it was patched for like years.
Really?
Yeah, it was because he did like a crappy job, but it was patched up on the wall.
Did your mom ever notice?
No, I don't think she didn't know about that one.
She didn't notice anything else was going on. How's she going to notice that?
Yeah.
My brother was there though, and he saw it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We should go beat that guy.
I used to tell my friends, I'm like, go look at the wall there. Rub your hand over. You could tell on the drywall where it was patched up.
He's dead, Carmen, or I would have done it for Gio already.
Yeah. No, he's still alive.
No, he's still
I thought he
alive.
said he was dead.
No,
I
he's
said I
like-
don't. I'm not sure, but I think so. Yeah.
But he's like remote. Like no one talks to him. Like none of the kids.
Nobody in
talk-
my family. No.
All right.
Oh, we should call him.
Even my sister, and that's her real father. They don't talk.
We should call that guy up.
No. It's
I
not.
don't know how you have that.
It's
in
not
you.
even. It's not even worth it.
For you, but I'm not involved.
Yeah, what do you
in
get out of it,
Yeah,
Mike?
I don't, because I'm mad for Gio.
Yeah, but this is something I've dealt with for decades that I've
know.
mentally, detached myself from.
But
So now
how
I
you
could
are
just-
so surprisingly normal as a result.
Yeah.
Of it.
Well, he's pretty angry.
He yells at his wife for making shrimp.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
one
she
night.
needs to know
He's
that he
a
doesn't
total
like shrimp.
drag.
And what else, Joe?
A scumbag.
Thank you very much. All right, we got to take a break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I know that was a long break. I don't expect you to hold through, but so many people are like, movie recommendations. I haven't seen a good movie. What's the last good movie you saw?
Last good movie I saw was Wolverine.
Yeah,
Or,
right,
Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah. I did enjoy the new Twisters movie.
You did?
Yeah,
So that's worth watching.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch that.
I mean, it is what you expect it to be, but
Yeah.
it was fun.
Twister again.
Yeah, and
Wait.
Glenn Powell is awesome.
Yeah, he's anybody that's got that kind of look is always going to be
He's
good.
the best.
No. But I want to know, like, the last movie I stumbled upon that I had no idea what it was, and I watched it was that Michael Keaton, that Knox movie. I don't remember what that was, but that was really good. Where he was the hitman who was having dementia, and he had to take care of his kids before his mind completely went. That was a good movie, and I never knew anything about it, never heard it. It just so many streaming things now. It's hard to keep track of what's out, and Anyway, I heard one of our favorite restaurants is closed.
What's that?
Chena?
Oh no.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the reason or why or what happened, but I heard that they were closed down.
I guess Bud is out, and then now who knows? They closed the whole thing.
But did they close because Butta left, or did Butta leave because they were closing?
I think maybe a little of both, based on what I read in the article.
Probably be smart if I call Butter and ask him.
Yeah.
But instead, I'll just sit here and ponder about it on the radio.
I think he left for some reason, and then that kind of did him in.
Listen, I'll be the first to tell you, I don't know anything about the restaurant business. I can't run a restaurant, but I could back one. And if I could open up a restaurant that's got Mike Buttacavoli, chef who beat Bobby Flay on his own show at Meatballs, no less, open up a restaurant, I would think about doing that.
All I thought is that we do the food drive in November all the time, and he usually brings food.
I'm out. I'm out. If he's out, I'm out.
Right away, I thought,
Right?
oh no, we're not going to get that food because it is so unbelievably good.
Number one concern.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, how's this going to affect us?
Yeah.
So
I
far, it's
understand.
affecting us in a very bad way.
I mean, maybe we could just hire him to come out there and cook us some food that day.
That's fine. I'm sure he knows how to. That's all his stuff.
Yeah.
But it's I look forward to that because it is amazing.
That is the one time a year where we go out and do the show outside where I'm not mad about it.
No.
Yeah, like most of the time, if we're out doing the show live somewhere, I'm like, this is either something we were agreed to a long time ago, or I'm contractually obligated to do. But the only one that I volunteer for is the food drive that we do, and we are doing it again this year
without food from
not
China.
Necessarily
food from China.
Well,
without food from China,
Maybe
right?
having
But
food from Mike.
food.
Well, we got time to figure it out. We got to, because that's always a high point for me.
Yeah,
Not helping the people, but food.
Right,
I'm gonna
right.
consume.
All right.
While the people are getting boxes of stuffing and old soup, you want to make sure there's a hot meal made for you right there.
He
Like
always brings
eggplant.
the lamb
It's just
and
so
the
good.
mac and cheese
Yeah.
and the gravy.
Yeah, you remember that time that you stood in front of the Bone TV camera, just was stuffing
Yeah,
it
yeah. Joe got
You, you remember that one time you stole my tequila?
in. Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's right.
I didn't steal your tequila.
If Joe is really good, he would have pulled up the video of Joe eating in front of the thing instead of just reminiscing about it.
Yeah,
I remember he took the booze and then
I
denied
did
it,
not.
and then found it in the car,
yeah, that's right.
and then
That's
came back.
exactly right.
And he said, "Is somebody
Which
accused
I
me
had
again?"
found it in a car I hadn't been in yet.
Oh, whose car was it?
Letitia.
Oh.
Wait. I wasn't following that story.
Yeah.
Tell me, say it again now.
He found it in a car that he wasn't in yet.
Yes.
So somebody else took it.
You're saying
Whose car was it?
somebody set you up?
Was that car gold?
Maybe.
Did that car drop you off this morning?
No, that was
I
Letitia.
still don't believe you.
Latoya or
Joe, can I say something?
Change it up.
Joe would not lie to me.
I'm serious.
Look, Galvin disagree. Look at Galvin's face. Watch this. Watch Galvin's face. Joe would not lie to me. Oh,
That's what this is what I say. I say,
Well, you can be a doubter. That's fine.
Joe,
Yes, Michael.
I'm doubting.
I don't think you would lie to me.
I would not.
The story is that Joe got dropped off by his Uber this morning,
Yes.
and that Uber just happened to have the same color and make car that Spanish has.
Can I say I don't think Joe would lie, but sometimes he withholds the truth.
Yes.
But
There's
this
no
would be an
withholding.
outright lie.
This would be a direct lie.
Yeah.
This would be a direct lie.
Mhm.
And I don't think that Joe has it in me to lie, has it in him to lie to me.
Really?
I do not. Ask me directly, Michael.
No, I believe you. I don't
Okay.
even have to ask you
All right.
because I don't see why you wouldn't tell me.
I would.
Right.
You absolutely know I would.
And also, the consequences of lying to me are proven to be terrible.
Yeah. Yes, they've proven to be that.
Yeah, I don't lie to you.
No,
Why would you lie to me?
that's right.
Yeah.
The whole time I've been here, Michael, I cannot name one time where you said something was going to happen and it didn't, or you lied to me.
Are you on the same show?
I don't know if you even I disagree with that.
I'm just saying
You mean
the
to
whole
you?
time.
You mean directly to
I
you?
mean directly to me.
Yeah,
I don't mean
I
with-
say a lot of things that are going to happen that don't necessarily happen.
I still think you're going to Taylor Swift.
Right. So yeah, to walk that
I'm
one
still
back.
not sure if you went to Germany.
You did not think we were going to Germany.
No.
No.
I did not either.
Did you really? I said I'm going to Germany. We're going to Germany.
once Budweiser got involved, then I was like, yeah, maybe.
Well, who'd you think from the beginning? Come on now.
Even when you told me we were going, I was like, we're not going.
All right, you're out.
Oh, what? No, I'd love to
Out
go.
of what?
I would love to go back.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
I wish we were playing in London because that's a quick trip, man.
Yeah.
That's an easy flight over there. I can do that on my own.
Dude, Jacksonville's over there for like 3 games.
In London?
Did you
Yeah.
hear where they're talking about possibly doing a Super Bowl outside of the United States?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to get to the Super Bowl for the average person, whether it's in London or if it's in Las Vegas.
But it's not. They're not planning on people traveling and going over there for it. They're traveling, whatever.
But I bet they're going to have a certain amount of tickets available for the fans.
Obviously,
Maybe.
Yeah.
obviously, whoever gets the tickets, and if you want to travel and do that, and it's fun to do a travel, if your team was playing in London in
Right.
the Super Bowl, that's a pretty cool trip. That's a lot better than wherever.
What would be better than to be in a pub in London, just slamming beers with the English people singing songs?
I know that the Chiefs are playing in Munich here coming up.
Yeah, see, I don't care to go anywhere that's not to see the Bucks.
No, I would want to go just for my team. But like the fans were, the people there were so crazy.
It was such a great time.
It felt like we were at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There was so much buzz around it.
I was thinking, Gio, I was trying to tell my wife the other day when we were watching the London game when it was the one that was on New England, was it? Or was it New England? Whoever it was, this early morning game.
Yeah.
The
Jacksonville just play this week. Jacksonville and
Jaguars,
Chicago. Yeah.
So we were watching that game, and they were singing, and I was trying to explain to my wife that being in that stadium with 100,000 hooligans singing Neil Diamond songs was one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of.
If they do the Super Bowl over there, it would be huge because the fans are so just rabid.
But everybody's going to get mad
for football.
Everybody's going to why'd you move the Super Bowl? But you weren't going to the Super Bowl anyway.
Exactly.
That's the thing is if you're going to watch it on TV, it's TV no matter what. If you're going, it's a different thing. If it's your team and it could have been, a couple states over, now you got to fly to London and stuff, then you might be pissed with it. Did you see 2028 Atlanta is going to have the Super Bowl?
No, is that what it is?
Yeah, they just announced that over the weekend.
So this year's New Orleans, San Francisco, back to LA, and then Atlanta.
Now, I would assume that we're going to New Orleans for Radio Row.
Yeah.
I'm in for that.
As soon as
Carmen's out.
I'm waiting for them to open the application.
Window.
Yeah.
You've already said that you were out, Mike.
Oh, you're out again.
I'm double out. That means I'm back in.
Joe wasn't here, but I told the story how we almost got kicked out of Harris because he was throwing the dice off the table.
What were you doing? Overhand throwing the dice?
No, we had gone to, where did we go? Well, we went to Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah.
And
they thought you were on coke.
Yeah, and I had like powdered sugar all over me.
Sure you did.
And I missed the table.
And Spanish didn't drop you off this morning.
No. I missed the table, and the guy's like, "Oh, come on!" I said, "Oh, sorry, I'm on a lot of drugs," and I didn't realize I was covered in powdered sugar.
And that's when the pit boss going. He's like, "Do you know him?"
Yeah.
I go, "Yes." He's like, "If he does that again, you guys are all going to get kicked out of here."
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
How'd you get to work this morning?
I took an Uber.
Show the receipt.
I was going to say, can we see your phone with the latest trips?
I don't need to see it.
I
believe you, Joe.
I don't believe
No
him.
problem.
I'd like to take a look.
You can look.
I only asked you the question because Galvin was still being a doubting Thomas.
He's been known to lie before.
Joe?
True.
I have no experience with Joe
Money on the
lying.
weed porch.
Yeah.
That wasn't a lie. That was
That was a lie.
Again,
How
that
do
was
you forget that you sell weed?
withholding the truth.
I'm looking to see the latest
Galvin's looking at the latest trips in the Uber.
activity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're busted.
past
You're
trips.
you're so busted.
Oh, I know.
October 16th.
That is today.
Mm-hmm. 10:56. Oh, you booked it last night.
Yeah.
No, October 15th.
That's
Booked it yesterday for today.
Yeah, I booked it yesterday for
5:05. Okay, there it is. Okay, October 16th. All right. What kind of car does she have? Let's see.
I didn't even notice.
Really? You didn't notice? You got in the same exact car?
Well, not really. Star count. I'm not paying attention.
Was your Uber driver a new Uber driver?
No.
Oh, yeah. Look, see? Same car. Actually different.
Is it really?
It's,
Yeah.
new,
Looks
it's
like
newer.
it.
I think it's
It's
newer.
a newer
right?
model. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Now,
Same
Joe,
color and everything, though.
how is that
Vindicated.
like? How is that like financially though?
Oh, it's all right, but I got a plan. Don't worry.
Carmen's got questions.
I appreciate your concerns, but thank
Well,
you.
I know taking an Uber is expensive.
Yeah, it can. I mean, it can be. It adds up a little bit, but
Right.
I'm not worried about it right now.
Will you drive soon yourself?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, what?
It's always what good comes out of the situation that you
Yeah.
have to look at and
Yeah.
concentrate on.
Is that good?
Yeah, I
Do
was
you
gonna
want
say,
that
yeah.
on the road?
Let me know so I can get here early.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I don't feel comfortable with that.
Well,
I mean, it'll take a little while for him to warm up to be driving again.
Yeah, yeah.
It
I'll
doesn't
take a
just
couple
happen
trips.
naturally.
I'll
Yeah.
take a few trips around the block.
We got to take you to the mall when the mall's closed and let you drive around the parking lot a little bit.
practice my parallel parking.
Yeah.
Listen, from when my kids, when my daughter learned to drive, I've got a couple of those magnets say,
Yeah.
beware student
Okay.
driver.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
You can
We'll
get, I can
okay.
borrow those.
Yeah.
Put some cones out with an egg on
I
it.
think
You can see how
Change the
close you can
letters.
get.
Stupid driver. Wait a second. All right. So Joe may be driving himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Joe, if you
Maybe
could,
soon.
if you could be a good driver, there's more options for you available there.
Oh,
More work for you.
Yeah.
Look at that, Joe. More work.
I mean, listen,
Now we don't even need the guys to pick up the trash. We'll just put it in your car.
Well, I mean, I don't want to horn in on Tom's gig. I mean,
I mean, like, sometimes we need two drivers.
Oh, all right.
Sometimes
man.
we got to split the jobs.
You owe Tom money and you take his gig.
Well,
I can't wait for you to leave the Lightning game. And Joe, where are you?
can't find Joe.
Michael, I'm right in front of USF. I'm waiting for you.
There's nobody here.
I'm honking.
I
Can
must
you
be
hear
early.
me?
all right.
That's one thing about Tom. Tom drop you off and be like, I'll be right here waiting for you, boss. And I'll be like, okay, cool. And then we come out and nobody is there but Tom. And I go, hey, how'd you get this spot? He goes, yeah, they told me to move. And I told him no. The best is the for the tailgate. Okay, I drove myself to the tailgate. Tom had talked to the sergeant, the lady that works at the tailgate area, and she expects us to be coming and leaving before the game. So somebody comes out and moves the cones, we pull in, then when we leave, they move the cones again, and we pull out.
Leaving before the game's over.
Leaving before the game starts.
Yeah.
So the other day I drove myself, and when I left, I had to have somebody, I think, I forgot who it was, move the cones for me, and the police officer was so mad.
Oh.
And then the sergeant came over to tell her that it was okay. So when I came to, I go, thank you. And she put her head down and I go, thank you a lot. And she wouldn't look at me and I go, have a great day. And she was so mad at me. And
Was
I
she
went,
yelling
why?
and stuff
No.
before? Yeah.
She just was ignoring me like I didn't even exist. I went, why be mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell her to kick rocks.
Yeah. Watch your language.
I know my rights. I can move these cones.
It's public property. I could film here.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yes.
I have all the faith
Thank
in
you,
you.
Michael. I
No
appreciate that.
I have no. There's
Are
no.
you-
Yes, Carmen.
I was gonna say, are you withholding any information at this time?
Well,
Joe?
that's a different story.
okay.
I have not
With-
asked any of those questions.
Withholding
am.
information about what?
What do you think,
No.
Carmen's got questions.
No, I'm not.
Gio?
Carmen,
You don't have questions.
You got questions?
I mean, I got questions too. I just don't know what questions I can ask and what I
Yeah.
can't ask.
That's
You
what I'm-
ask him, Carmen.
I'm not asking. Don't get me in trouble.
Well,
Galvin, I don't know if you heard, but yesterday I floated the idea of Hoppy coming in and taking over for.
I heard.
For Spanish.
I don't know whether
How
I
did
don't
you
know.
hear about
I don't know what I got more direct messages about. You saying BS about Hoppy, or you talking about your dreams and nobody stopping you?
Oh, not only did nobody
so
stop me,
many people.
everybody
sure
chimed in.
Yeah.
They loved it.
Yeah.
So Dream Talk was number one.
Maybe number one in the room,
Yep.
not number one on air. People are like, "Good grief, get back there and stop him." He's talking about. He goes, "When you're not there, it turns into Mike's chit chat about his dreams."
Yep. I had a lot to talk about
We
yesterday.
asked a lot of questions.
We started talking about mental health and
Yeah.
all kinds of weird
Galvin,
stuff.
I've been dreaming a lot about high school.
By the way, back to your other thing. You were curious
Just
about.
like I didn't even say anything.
Yeah, exactly. You were curious about how I would react if I came in and Hoppy was here. I wouldn't come in. It wouldn't.
Well, no, but you wouldn't know until you got
I had
there.
my prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would
just
just
leave.
walk there. He was going to have him here. You were going to walk and go, nope.
Yeah.
And walk
You
Yeah.
turn.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
And I agree with that 100% too. There was no, he would have walked right in and went, no, and turned around and just walked out. It wouldn't even been a nope, would have been a no.
Yeah.
Yep.
No. Yeah. Well, he never called back. So
Yeah.
I think we're okay. I think you're safe there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Marked safe.
Safe from
But you weren't here for the
Hoppy.
discussion.
No.
It doesn't matter.
No. If we were to put somebody in that place, who would your number one choice be?
My number one choice is already here.
In-
Empty.
No, I know. I said if we were.
If we
supposed
had
put somebody-
to.
Yeah.
If we had to put somebody in there,
I have enjoyed Carmen being here the last.
yeah,
couple of
well,
days.
certainly I think that's my number one choice is definitely to have Carmen here and then somebody running the board back there. And who that somebody running the board back there is, Dizzy's always fun to have in there.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's something Will would be interested in. Will's another good person.
Then Will's going to want his name on the show.
Well, we got to let him know that up front.
The Mike Calta Show with Will
Featuring
Kuntz.
featuring Will Kuhn.
Well, listen, if Will's getting featuring, I'm getting co-host. Co-hosted by and
we just
featuring.
list everybody down there.
It's a very cumbersome
Produced
name.
by.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, we could run closing credits if that'll make everybody happy. I don't care. About
Carmen's wardrobe provided by.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in. Let's go, baby.
Carmen's breakfast provided by.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
A spade and New
Grumpy
Year pets.
Gringo,
Yeah.
Frankie's Chop House.
Who were some of your thoughts?
I don't think
The
I
bench is not very deep.
No. I mean, I said the Hoppy thing as a joke because Mike Olivero still talks to Hoppy, which makes me laugh. I'm not mad at Hoppy. So Hoppy thinks that I'm mad at him because he left and took a job at iHeart that he then got fired from and then went to Beasley. And I think he thinks I'm mad at him because of that. I couldn't care less. Do whatever you have to do. He's just talked so much garbage about me on social media that people keep sending me. I don't follow him. I don't know what he does. But people keep sending me all these videos he's making talking trash about me like I did something to him. I didn't do anything. I mean, I bought that kid clothes, shoes. I've given him money for stuff. I made sure he went on the cruise. Like, I don't really know what.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why do you care?
No, I don't care. I
But
don't.
you do,
but I'm
because
not
you
losing
talk
sleep
about it.
over it. Well, I do a talk show. But I don't. I definitely don't. I'm not losing sleep over it. But it is. I am curious to see, because it's not just him, Galvin. It's the people like that like, you know, Spanish will end up the same way. Like Spanish,
Well,
I just
yeah,
know will be the
has.
next one.
But
Has he
here's-
really?
I mean,
But like I don't know that he's not going to be. That's true. That we've heard some things that he said.
right. So
Since,
maybe
yeah.
not like straight up outright, but
No, and he
kinda
says
leaning.
things that are ridiculously untrue too, about what he thinks I can control and what I can and what I can't. And I mean, it's true that he really started to believe the whole narrative that I run everything around here. Which, if it was true, we'd be working a lot less.
yeah.
We'd be on a
Yeah, but
three-day work week.
my whole thing is I don't even know why you give any weight to it. It's like it's one of those things where it's like, who cares about?
It's not a matter
people?
of caring about now. It's like I care more about why did I ever bother? You know what I'm saying? That's what bothers me. Why did I give so much time? Why did I care? Why was I nice in the first place? Oh, when you only know it's going to end up like this anyway.
Yeah, that's why I'm always mean.
But it's
I know what I'm doing.
It makes
Trust
sense.
me.
It
But
makes-
see that there is a difference, though. I look at it from I don't see it's on you because you didn't do anything. So what changed in their life, in his life, to make him blame you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to take the blame for stuff.
Exactly. No one wants to take responsibility for their own actions.
Do you know how many times I've done this where I either cut somebody off in traffic or did something and I give them that was me.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
dad. You got it. You got to own it.
Own
If you
it.
make a mistake, own it and go, you know. And then if they keep going, you go, all right, I already said it was
Yeah.
my fault.
I was
Relax.
backing up the other day out of Target, and I looked up, and there were two people right behind my car. And I rolled down my window, and they looked at me like, "What could you possibly have to say to us? You almost hit it." I didn't almost hit him, but and I went, "Hey, sorry, I didn't see you." And they were like, "It's okay."
Yeah.
Everybody becomes all happy. Yeah,
Right.
it was my
But that-
bad. I didn't see it.
And that's the thing. Most of the time, if you own up for something or
Yeah.
if you're just pleasant to someone, they lose their attitude so fast.
Sure, they just want you to acknowledge you were wrong.
Right.
People like to be right. So
Yeah.
if you say you were wrong, they go, yeah, you were wrong. All right, then thanks.
Or people just like to be acknowledged. Like
Sure.
literally, like if you hold the door open, just say thanks or hey, thanks. Like you know what I mean? Just say something. Give them a nod. Acknowledge the person that held the door. Like it didn't just automatically open for you.
I love whenever I say hi to people or how you doing or anything like that, and they just put their head down, whatever, and I go, good, fantastic, good to hear it. And then I trip them as they're walking by.
Wait,
This is never going to happen, and but it would be pretty interesting. Is if we said on the show, like if we hired somebody to be on the show now, they have to sign an agreement that at the end of their work here, whether it be by them quitting or getting fired or whatever, they have to have an exit interview on the air. That would be, wouldn't that be so great?
Yeah.
I got to tell you something.
Gio, are you ready for that?
I got to tell you something I am looking forward to, and hopefully that we can do it again because it's October, November, December. End of year reviews with Dizzy.
Oh, I'm totally down for that.
Yeah,
I fared very well last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you never know. Different year.
Yeah, sure. I know.
Different year.
I feel like I exceeded expectations.
Yeah.
Okay.
This year?
We'll see
I
what
think
Dizzy
so.
says.
I don't know.
Well, damn it.
Dizzy took some good shots at Will this week.
Oh, really?
Still doesn't like Will.
Oh, why is it mad at Will?
I don't know. They got something to do with racist stuff.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, he
if
said
that's true.
Will had all the racist candles at his house.
Oh yeah, did you see the candle?
No.
There was a candle that Bed Bath & Beyond put out,
Uh-huh.
and it had a snowflake on it, and it had like the top pointers of a snowflake, and it would wrap around the candle. But when you can only see the front, it looked like little clan
There,
hoods.
Joe's got it right there.
Look at it.
Oh, yeah.
So they pulled it off the shelf.
That's
pretty quickly.
unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah. And Dizzy said that Will had all those candles. He bought them all up. Yeah, that was it. All right, we got to take a break. I have some stuff to give away. We'll play. Carmen, can we play a little Who's My Baby's Daddy?
we cannot.
Why not?
We only have about 5 minutes of talk left.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So
All
even
right.
if we, go, yeah.
Let's take a break and we'll come back and wrap things up.
Yep.
It's
Thank
the Mike
you.
Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone.
Yes.
Is there anything on the phone lines I need to grab before we leave? Because I see Brian was on hold. Is he still on hold?
Brian is not on hold.
Damn it, Brian. I wanted to know. You people and your willingness or non-willingness to stay on hold really bugs me. The guy wanted to recommend the movie. Brian wanted to say who he think the new lineup should be.
Oh.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Oh.
Nobody's really come forward with a good suggestion. That is what I'd like to know.
I don't know.
But like, do we change it?
No, not necessarily, but I am interested to see what the people think.
Yeah.
Like, what if they came up with an idea and we all went, oh, that'd be pretty good.
I think just like Instagram videos and everything, if it was to be thought of, we would think of it first. Or if it was to be seen, we would see it first. You know what I mean? Like everyone always sends us those videos. We're like, yeah, we saw it. If there was a person out there.
Here's my thing, though. Do you know who, don't look it up. I'm going to ask you a question. Do you know who JR is?
I do, only because you mentioned him yesterday.
Oh, I did say that on the air yesterday?
You didn't say it on air. You said it off air.
I did? Oh, you were in the studio, yeah.
Yes.
Do you know who JR is?
Rockwell.
No. Sorry, I forgot that was his name, too. A guy named JR followed me yesterday on Instagram. I noticed he had a blue check mark. I looked to see who it was. He does mornings at QIK. Seems to have been there for some time. Okay. Never heard of him until yesterday. Yeah, no offense to him. I'm not listening to morning radio. I'm doing morning radio at the same time. So now we're friends.
Okay.
So, but my whole point is that maybe, Carmen, somebody calls in and says, well, Billy Beanlicker from 98 Rock got fired the other day, and we go, oh, Billy Beanlicker. He was, no one licked the bean better than Billy.
Listen, there's no way you can afford Billy Beanlicker.
Well, that might be true, but that maybe even Joe has to go.
Oh, but see, I think if someone was that good, we would know them. Like, we don't know JR, and I get it. He's on the same time as us, this and that. But if someone was that good, we would know.
You're saying, basically what I hear you're saying is JR is no good. That's pretty awful of you, Carmen.
Who's number one? What show's number one?
Yeah.
What show isn't?
Doesn't mean number two is not good. He's not number two.
I don't. Okay, so you know what I mean. Like I'm just.
So
going
all right, but
that.
Can I tell you something else that wouldn't work? We all know Orlando. Orlando would not fit in on this show.
You want Orlando? No. Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like that.
That's what I'm saying.
That why would we even bring that on the table? Why would that even be on the table? It's not.
If Galvin wasn't here. Like if we didn't have Galvin, like say Galvin left and took a bigger job. Yeah. Well, I'm saying like say
Can
Galvin.
I go with Galvin?
Shut it
down. Really?
Just shut it down.
If Galvin left to go do another job, and Orlando is like, I'm thinking about leaving Wild, well, then that would be a different story.
No, that would be awful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm just
why?
You've got
because
two
Mike,
hosts.
Yeah, two hosts. It would be too much. You guys would just be trying to fight. It's like Johnny B and Mo. That's why they didn't work because they both wanted to be the host.
I think that's why Will and Johnny B didn't work. They both wanted to be hosts.
Oh. Right. So it doesn't work. Like you have to, like Galvin is perfect where he's at because he wants to be number two. He has no ambition to be number one. Like that.
You say it like that. It sounds terrible.
I'm number one. I'm number one at number two.
Yeah. You're number one at number two. But like you need that. You need someone with that mentality.
You need somebody that wants to be in the co-host role and doesn't.
Right, when I was there, that is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You wanted your own show, but you knew that being in that number two spot was going to eventually open up that door. Anyone that you put in that number two spot, if they don't have that mentality, you will butt heads with him.
When I got fired from 90 Rock the first time, and I went to QIK, and the Hooters girls, BL and the girls were on the radio, I wanted to produce their show, and the program director Jeff Ryan said to me, I mean, how much of it is going to be you trying to get on the air? And I go, I don't want to be on the air. I want to be producing their show. I want them to sound great because they have a great producer. And he was like, yeah, right. And like 2 weeks I was on the air. I was like, I didn't plan on it. I really didn't.
I didn't mean to do it.
Why do I sound like that? Why do I sound like that?
Oh, my God.
You realize he was good and he knew. Like, he could see
more
whether you know it or not. Yeah, yeah.